Start.
Morning.
Morning.
Señor Pedrosa, ponga su micrófono en silencio hasta que llamen el caso.
Okay.
Man. That's fucked up.
Hi, Ms. Hernandez.
Hello, Miss Yancy, how are you? Good
How are you?
morning.
Morning. We're gonna try to graduate Mr. Pedrosa today.
Ah, good.
Yeah. So
Ah,
just letting you know.
okay. Do you want me to tell him?
You can tell him, and he can be thinking of some things he
Okay.
got out of the program that he can articulate.
Okay, perfect. Let me tell him. Señor
Okay.
Pedrosa, buenos días. Ese es el señor Yancy que me quiere dejar saber que hoy lo van a graduar. Hoy es su graduación aquí. ¿Ok? Entonces tiene que probablemente tenga que decir, vaya pensando en las cosas que quiere compartir, de las cosas que usted ha ganado, que usted ha aprendido durante este programa, ¿ok? Gracias y felicitaciones. Vamos a esperar que llegue la juez para proseguir. Gracias.
Morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Good morning, Miss Cleveland. How are you?
I'm fine.
Good
thank you.
morning.
Morning.
And I hear all the voices of the folks I need on this morning. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Good morning to everyone. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, and I'm serving today as your presiding judge. This morning, we have our specialty court docket scheduled. And so I'm going to ask everyone to please keep your device on mute until your case is called. Please make sure that you remain muted. I hope that everyone had a good weekend. Good morning in the courtroom, Ms. Mack and Officer Lott.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, good morning. All right, and good morning to you, Ms. Wilson.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I am well, thank you. All right, Ms. Wilson, I'm giving you the co-host right now. There we go. All right, I am ready to get started on this morning. Let me start by having the attorneys place your appearance on the record. You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge, and good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court, Vet Court, Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, if I may, I'd like to make a motion, a continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you, and good morning again.
Good morning, Mr. Reed, and your motion is granted. Do you have any preliminary matters for the court on this morning?
No, Judge, I saw the docket and I know that there is a formal hearing scheduled for 8:35. However, I believe that that is retained by Attorney Ryan Hill's office. So
Okay.
if that person shows up or Attorney Hill shows up, I assume they will be taking care of the formal hearing.
Yes, sir. All right. Thank you, Mr. Reed. Mr. Fikens?
Thank you, Judge, and good morning. Your Honor, Robert Fikens, P 31894, Specialty Court Defense Attorney, and I would make the same motion as Brother Reed did.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Fikens. Your motion is also granted. Good morning to you. Do you have any preliminary matters?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
All right. Wonderful. With that, I'll go to case managers. Ms. Cleveland.
Good morning, Your Honor. Toshi Cleveland, case manager for specialty court, and I don't have any preliminary matters.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Cleveland. Good morning to you. Mr. Yancey?
Good morning, Your Honor. Kenneth Yancey, on behalf of Specialty Court, Your Honor.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Yancey. Do you have any preliminary matters?
Your Honor, just a graduation and a promotion, but
All right. And that's what we'll start off with this morning. Wonderful. All right, Ms. Hernandez, let me have you state your name and then I'm going to swear you in.
Good morning, Your Honor. Thank you. Emma Hernandez is CAO, Qualified Spanish Interpreter.
Thank you. Please raise your right hand. Uh-oh, there's an echo somewhere. All right. Do you swear or affirm that you will interpret the words as spoken by the parties on today, and that you will do so completely and accurately without any additions or deletions? So help you God.
I do, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Yancey, who do you have up first this morning?
Yes, Your Honor. I have Mr. Pedroza Alba up this morning, Your Honor, for graduation.
All right.
Ok, señor Yance, ¿quién tiene usted esta mañana? Yo tengo hoy al señor Pedro Salva para la graduación. Muy bien, abra su micrófono, señor Alba.
All right. Let me place his case number on the record. And Ms. Mack, let's run him and make sure he has nothing else outstanding with us today. I have case number 1605754-701. Please state your full name for the record.
Ok, yo voy a poner entonces este caso en el acta. Por favor, verifique, señora correspondiente, que no tengamos más nada pendiente. El caso es 160-5554-0701. Por favor, diga su nombre, señor, para que conste en el acta.
José de Jesús Pedroza Alba.
Oh, José de Jesús Pedroza Alba.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Pedroza Alba. Today is your day. Are you excited?
Oh, muy bien, señor Pedroza Alba. Hoy es su día. ¿Está emocionado?
Oh, sí, mucho. Gracias a Dios. Yo voy a salir de mi problema.
A lot. Thanks to God and you. I'm going to, to be out of my problem.
Yeah. Hopefully you have learned some good things to help you for a lifetime.
Bueno, esperamos que haya aprendido algunas buenas cosas que lo van a ayudar y lo van a llevar con usted durante toda su vida.
Sí, aprendí mucho.
Yes, I learned a lot.
All right, very good. I'm going to have Mr. Yancey place on the record why he is recommending you for completion on today. Mr. Yancey.
Ok, yo voy a pedirle al señor Yancey que nos diga por qué la está recomendando a usted hoy para su graduación, para que conste en el acta. Señor Yancey.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Pedroza, he's been with our program since August 3rd, 2020. He had a 24-month contract. He paid all his fines and costs. He completed all his treatment. He was reaching goals such as gainful employment, which he has currently, and another goal, which is learn English better. He had started English classes, Your Honor. Has done AA meetings. I believe he's still doing AA meetings, Your Honor, and he has had negative screening since he's been with our program, Your Honor. So he's for the 24 months, he was in compliance with our program, Your Honor, and he's making his court hearings. I was able to contact him through his niece a couple of times. So he's really done well with our program. I think he's benefited from our program immensely, and I think his life would be different as a result of being in our program, Your Honor.
Bueno, su señoría, el señor Pedro Salva ha estado en nuestro programa desde el 3 de agosto del año 2020, con un contrato por 24 meses. Él ha cumplido totalmente con todas las cosas del programa, con todo el tratamiento, con todos los costos, ya los hizo todo. Ha completado las 2 metas que tenía, que era tener un empleo seguro, y un buen empleo, y también aprender inglés y tomar sus clases de inglés. Él ha cumplido con todo esto, ha cumplido con todas sus reuniones de AA, inclusive todavía está yendo a ellas. En los 24 meses he estado totalmente y siempre en total cumplimiento. Él ha cumplido con todos los scores necesarios. He hablado con su sobrina en varias oportunidades cuando he necesitado, y por eso lo estoy recomendando.
Mr. Yancey, I'm going to need you to read your chat.
Señor Yancey, necesito que lea su chat.
December 5th.
Ms. Mack, when you send that email, please include the attorneys as well as Ms. Yancey in that email. Mr. Pedrosa Alba has 5 outstanding matters, tickets with the court that's scheduled for hearing on December 5th that I didn't know anything about.
Oops.
Señora Mac, por favor asegúrese que el email llega también a todos los ocupados, porque a todos los involucrados, porque aquí veo que el señor Pedro Salva tenía o tiene 5 casos pendientes y yo no sabía nada de eso. Entonces, por favor, necesito que revisen eso.
So Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, I'm going to have to pass on this because this must be recent tickets. I don't know, Ms. Mack, when were those tickets issued?
Bueno, señor Reed y señor Fikens, nosotros vamos a tener que pasar porque estos tickets nuevos, estos tickets tienen que ser nuevos. ¿Cuándo agarró él esos tickets?
June the 28th,
El
2022.
28 de junio.
June 28th.
And Mr. Pedrosa Alba didn't say anything to you, Mr. Yancey?
No, Your Honor. I checked his record, but I didn't. I must have checked it before then. I would check it every 3 months, and no, he didn't say anything.
Ok, y señor Pedro Salva, señor Yancey, entonces, bueno, señor, no, su señoría, yo chequeaba su récord cada 3 meses, lo debo haber chequeado antes de esa fecha, y el señor el Pedro Salva nunca le dijo a usted nada de esos tickets. No, su señoría, él nunca me dijo a mí nada de esos tickets.
Well, I'm not about to tie up my docket with this, Mr. Yancey. He's not going to be able to complete on today. Those matters have to be taken care of. I will bring him back in 2 weeks and you all can work on it.
Ok, señor Yancey, yo no puedo seguir retrasando mi lista de causas a causa de eso. Usted va a tener que hablar con él y él va a tener que regresar entonces en 2 semanas para que usted hable con él y resuelva ese asunto.
And I will have to bring him back on actually September 27th, 2022. And that will be at 8:35 a.m. And he must still continue to test and follow the mandates of the program.
Bueno, la próxima fecha de comparecencia para el señor Pedro Salva va a ser el 27 de septiembre de este mes a las 8:35 de la mañana vía Zoom. Y mientras tanto va a tener que seguir haciéndose los test de orina y de alcohol y va a tener que seguir cumpliendo con todo lo que tenía que cumplir.
Ok. Todo está bien.
It's okay, thank you.
All right. I'll see you then, Mr. Pedrosa Alba, September 27th.
Ok, señor Pedro Salva, entonces lo veo otra vez el día 27 de septiembre. Se puede retirar.
Oh,
You are excused.
Está excusado, se puede desconectar.
All right. Are you ready on Mr. Cifuentes?
Ok, ¿usted está listo, Mr. Cifuentes, señor Yancey?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Sí, su señoría.
I have case number 200-564-2801. Mr. Cifuentes, please state your full name for the record.
Ok, aquí yo tengo el caso 200-564-2801. Señor Cifuentes, por favor, diga su nombre para que conste en el acta.
Fidencio Cifuentes.
Fidencio Cifuentes.
Good morning to you, Mr. Cifuentes.
Buenos días, señor Cifuentes.
Buenos días.
Good morning.
All right. Mr. Cifuentes, how are you doing with your program? Working your program?
Ok, señor Cifuentes, ¿cómo le va con su programa? Haciendo todo lo que requiere el programa, ¿cómo le está yendo?
Muy bien, gracias a Dios. Estoy siguiendo los pasos del programa día con día y viendo que me va bien, mucho mejor.
Well, very well. I'm following my program day by day. And I think that it's working very good on me.
All right, very good. And so, Mr. Cifuentes, have you learned anything since the last time I've seen you?
Ok, muy bien, señor Cifuentes. ¿Y usted ha aprendido algo desde la última vez que yo lo vi? Dice la jueza.
Sí, he aprendido bastante me ha enseñado a hacer, no mentir a nadie, a ser honesto, no, controlar así cuando hago corajes, controlarme, no meterme en problemas. Y ellos me dan muchos consejos, no, seguir así sin tomar, no agarrar ninguna cerveza, no drogas, y me está yendo bien, gracias a Dios, y ya me compré mi carrito para estar yendo y viniendo a los tests y todo lo que necesito, ¿verdad?
Okay, I have learned a lot. I learned not to lie, to be honest, to control my anger, not to get in trouble, to resist, not to drink my beer, not to drink, not to do drugs. And I also bought a little car so I can go to all my things that all my meetings that I still, I have to go.
Okay, very good, very good. Mrs. Cifuentes, is there anything that you need us, the court, the team, to help you with to continue to stay on track?
Ok, muy bien, señor Cifuentes, muy bien. Dígame, ¿hay algo que necesite usted de aquí, de la corte y de nuestro equipo para ayudarlo a que siga manteniéndose en el camino donde está?
Pues, estoy bien, continúo con mis meetings y todo eso. Voy bien, gracias a Dios.
Okay, no, I'm okay. I'm continuing with my meetings and everything. And to God, I'm okay.
All right, very good, very good. Mr. Yancey, do you have any additional updates as to Mr. Cifuentes?
Señor Yancey, ¿tiene alguna otra cosa que informarle al señor Cifuentes?
Your Honor, only that Mr. Fuentes says he's in phase 4. He has 200 plus AA meetings, completed treatment, all his fines and costs are paid, and his screenings are in compliance. As of missed screenings, they've all been negative.
Bueno, su señoría, el señor Cifuentes está en la fase 4. Él tiene más de 200 reuniones de ANA, ha cumplido con todos sus tratamientos, todos los tests y todos sus pagos.
All right, anything from any of the other team members as to Mr. Cifuentes?
¿Hay alguna otra cosa que tenga alguien que decir con respecto al señor Cifuentes, algún otro miembro de este equipo?
No, Judge, thank you.
No, thank you, Judge.
No, su señoría, gracias. No, su señoría, gracias.
All right, when will I see Mr. Cifuentes again?
Ok, entonces cuando me toca volver a ver al señor Cifuentes.
Your Honor, he'll have an October 3rd face-to-face with me at 10:35 a.m.
Yo en el 3 de octubre, un face to face conmigo a las 10:35. ¿Oyó, señor Cifuentes?
Sí, oí muy bien.
Con el señor Yancey. Did you hear?
Okay.
Yes, I hear very clearly.
Yes. All right. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. I want you to keep up the great work that you're doing, Mr. Cifuentes, and know that we're here to help you should you need some assistance, okay?
Ok, señor Cifuentes, entonces encantada de haberla visto nuevamente y ya sabe que aquí estamos nosotros en caso de que usted necesite cualquier tipo de ayuda. Mientras tanto, entonces, bueno, lo veré la próxima vez.
Gracias y que tengan un buen día todos.
Thank you, and everybody please have a good day.
All right, thank you, sir. Take care. Bye-bye.
Gracias, señor. Cuídese. Hasta luego. Ya se puede retirar, señor Cifuentes.
Gracias.
Ok, thank you.
Ms. Hernandez, I believe you're all set. Thank you for joining us this morning. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, Your Honor. You too. Thank you very much. Nice to see you.
Good to see you as well. All right, Ms. Taylor, do you have any updates on the jailers this morning?
Good morning, Judge. I'm actually in communication with Lake Ridge to see if they will take Miss Sharion Williams today.
Okay, very good. And will that be with a tether?
Yes, you did say you wanted a tether, so I can reach out to Joel as well.
I don't know if they had a Wayne County tether, but if not, then house arrest will be fine.
I think if you recall, Judge, you went with, you wanted house arrest tether because remember there might have been the, I can't remember the correct verbiage, but if she got the Wayne County tether, something about like time served in jail or something, it was something we discussed to where you wanted the house arrest.
Okay, she just do the house arrest then. All right, keep me posted, okay?
Will do.
All right, wonderful. All right, Ms. Cleveland and Mr. Yancey. Let's go to Ms. Cleveland. Who do you have in phase 3 or higher?
No one, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Yancey, phase 3 or higher.
Your Honor, I believe Mr. Twitty is phase 3. And I saw him. Oh, I see him.
I see half of his face. I don't even know if that's Mr. Twitty. Oh, there's the rest of his face. All right, Mr. Twitty, let's do it. I have case number 201-000-0277. State your full name for me, Mr. Twitty.
Darren Twitty.
All right, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. You look different.
I look different? Why do I look different?
I don't know, something different about your face.
Now, Mr. Twitty, you better clean that up.
It's not bad. Like, I don't know, it's just something different.
I have an extra eye, maybe?
No.
What's different about my face?
It went away. It's on Mr. Fiken.
It's what?
It keeps swapping people.
Okay, Mr. Twitty.
It's so smile. It's so smile.
It's my smile this morning?
Yeah.
Okay. You notice I have braces now, Mr.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking like, is this something? I don't know. I just thought it was something. Oh, okay, that's what it is.
You thought I had studied out my teeth? You thought I had?
I don't know. That's why I didn't want to say nothing. You know, I'm just like, I don't know, maybe.
Like maybe the judge is a gangster on the weekends. She forgot to pop out her grill this morning before she got on for court.
Mr. Twitty, you're gonna go back to phase 2.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh man, most definitely don't want that.
Mr. Twitty, well, you have broken the ice for this morning. Thank you, sir. I'm off to a rough start this morning, but you have certainly broken the ice. The judge has not studied out her teeth, and she had braces, and I have 10 more months in them, Mr. Twitty. And so there you go. So when I smile, it's gonna light up. How about that?
For sure.
All right, Mr. Twitty, how are you?
I'm doing good.
You're doing good. What you doing this morning? You in a different environment?
I'm in the break room. My boss told me that I can come in the break room for the call.
Okay, very good. So you're working?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, sir. Have you gotten your discount on your automobile yet?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't really like Ford cars though.
Okay. Oh, I thought that was somebody from Ford chatting me. Okay. You better be hoping they not watching live.
Right.
Then you better look at Lincoln. That's a part of the Ford product.
Oh, yeah. Right. You're right. It's nice Lincolns for sure.
There you go. There you go. All right, Mr. Twitty, you working hard?
Yes.
But that's a good thing for you, isn't it?
Bittersweet.
It's bittersweet.
Yeah.
All right. What's bitter?
I'm too tired. I don't be having time to do nothing.
Okay, but you work in your program, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, are you having any issues, any concerns that you need us to help you with?
No, I'm just trying to pay all the rest of that money before. I think you said like October or something. That's like the only thing. It's paying bills, paying money.
Well, I set you up to win, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I know I did. I don't set
I'm
people
gonna
up.
get it paid.
Okay, how are the girls?
They're doing good. They're doing good for sure.
All right,
The
you doing.
boys hard-headed, but we working on that.
Hey, they wouldn't be boys if they weren't hard-headed, right, Mr. Twitty?
True.
Right. All right. Well, you keep working at it, keep setting a good example for them. And they'll get on track. Be consistent, they'll get on track. They certainly will. All right.
I hope so.
Yes, sir. How'd you do for the holiday, Mr. Twitty?
What holiday? Labor Day.
Labor Day.
All right. I ain't do nothing. I was asleep. I'm tired. When I get off work, I'll be wanting to just rest.
Okay. That's not a
I
bad
just
thing.
wanting to rest.
That's not a bad thing. All right. You need us to help you with anything, Mr. Twitty?
Nope. Once I pay this money off, then I'm gonna need y'all help too.
All right. All right. Well, you know, you don't have to wait to pay money off to ask for help. You know, we help you out even when you don't pay us your money.
I know, no, it's just for the license thing. That's all. So, but you said I had to pay that off before. Yeah, so.
Right. I can't refer you for a license.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get it done so you can get referred for your you're on track for your October payoff, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Yancey, this is still a good time, so we don't lose any time to go ahead and find out his eligibility and go ahead and put in the paperwork for his restricted license. So we don't, lose any time for him.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so we're gonna work it, but we're counting on you to keep up with your payments. Okay, Mr. Twitty?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. You have any questions for the team this morning?
No, I'm gonna call Mr. Yancey when this court stuff over with.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, anything additional to report out on Mr. Twitty?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. He's doing really well. We're happy that he has his new employment. Screenings are great. He does some NA meetings also. So, he's in compliance right now. He had already completed treatment and all those things, but, he's doing some maintenance work. So he's doing well at this time, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Anything from any of the other team members after Mr. Twitty?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Good report, sir. Keep up the good work. We know it's not easy. You're doing a great job. Be safe. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
And if I might add, Your Honor, yeah, Mr. Twitty, you're keeping it solid. You're doing it. You're going to get that paid off. You're going to get that license. You're going to keep moving on. I know it. I know you're going to do that. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. Mr. Twitty, if no questions, we're going to get your next date.
Okay.
All right, I know you got to get back to work. Go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. He's going to have a face-to-face with me on October 3rd of this year at 10:35.
All right. Very good. Did you get that, Mr. Twitty?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. Okay, I'm releasing you. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
All right, thank you. You too.
All right, thank you. All right, Mr. Yancey, do you have any other place to rehire?
I do not, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Cleveland, let's go to phase 2.
Oh, Your Honor, I don't have any phase 2, only phase 1s today.
Oh, Miss Cleveland, all right. Mr. Yancey, you have any phase 2s today?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe.
I think Mr. Gordon is on. What phase?
Yes, Mr. Gordon. I didn't see it. I'm just not seeing his face.
Right, so we can see you. I don't see you. It's not good lighting.
Give me 1 second.
Okay. While he's doing that, I'll place his case number on the record. I have for Ashton Gordon, case number 2021 SD0028. There you go. Mr. Gordon, state your full name for me.
Ashton Julian Gordon.
All right, Mr. Gordon, how are you today?
I'm okay. You know, I got COVID. COVID a couple weeks ago, so I was still trying to get back into the swing of things. So still trying to.
You survived it.
Yeah, luckily being vaccinated, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, but it still was not fun, and it still was, you know, it was a struggle for a little bit.
I am so glad that you were vaccinated. I am. Were your babies okay? Were they safe?
Yeah, my oldest did. My oldest still lives in Florida. My youngest, she had it, but she didn't really get it. She had a rough one day. Other than that, she was fine. So it took, you know, everything's all good now though.
All right, wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that. So glad to hear it. You've been working your program?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Of course. You know, I was able to, I wasn't able, obviously I couldn't go into he, but I was able to still talk to Mr. Williams who needed. And then I was still doing things at NADD because those are through Zoom. So I was able to still, you know, take care of some of the things that I needed to.
Very good. Have you learned anything since the last time I've seen you, Mr. Gordon?
Yes, ma'am. You know, I've learned, you know, because we talked about this the last time, but you know, the big thing for me was always, you know, knowing that it's okay when things are going good. It's not always something bad is going to happen. If you do the work, things are going to go good. That's okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You have Grand Rapids still out there, but it looks like that's shaping up pretty well.
Yeah, they transferred everything here. So I have someone from the district court that I'm dealing with here. Kind of in contact with Mr. Yancey, so everything's good on that end as well.
All right, wonderful, wonderful. How did you do for the holiday, or were you sick during the holiday?
I was sick, so I really was in the house where I needed to be at the end of the day.
Yeah, and thank you for being in the house. People are out here with COVID, and they know they have COVID, and they still get out and about. And I think that is the most horrible thing that a person could do to the public at large. And so thank you for staying in the house, taking good care of yourself. Absolutely. All right, no issues to report, no struggles to report?
No, ma'am.
All right. Well, I would ask you to tell me something good, but I think I can deduct that what's good is you survived COVID.
Yes, ma'am.
What? Very good. All right, Mr. Gordon. Do you have any questions for the team this morning?
No, ma'am.
No? Mr. Yancey, what do you have in addition for Mr. Gordon?
Your Honor, just that he's still in the HEAT program, still screening compliant. You know, we're sorry that he got sick. He did inform me what his status was. So right before that, he was in full compliance. Has a short quarantine, and then he'll continue with everything he's doing. Some of the things he's already doing on Zoom, which he already stated. So he's in good standing with us right now, Your Honor.
All right, very good, very good. The job is still good, Mr. Gordon. Still going great.
Yes, ma'am. It's good. You know, we're doing some. We're about to start a different work schedule, so that should be good. It'll be a little bit better for me. I get to spend, you know, an extra day. We're gonna go to a 4-day work week, so it's better for my team, you know, to work that. I'm at that point in staffing where, you know, now we're fully staffed. Now it's about, you know, getting the right people for the right position rather than just kind of getting a bunch of people into the building and then hoping. Now I'm looking for employees now instead of just bodies, so to speak.
Yes. All right. Very good. Well, certainly, if you all have employment opportunities, talk to Mr. Yancey, because we always looking for employment opportunities. We want everybody working. Everybody. All
yes,
right. All right, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, anything as to Mr. Gordon?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Mr. Gordon, good report today. Keep working the program. You have so much to lose. I know you're going to be successful. Keep up the good work, though, sir. We know it's not easy. Be safe. Thank you, sir.
Sir, thank you.
Judge, if I might briefly add, Mr. Gordon, I know you give a lot of thought to things, and your thinking is always pretty much spot on. So keep up the great work, sir. We're proud of you. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, what's next for Mr. Gordon?
Yeah, no, we also want to have an October 3rd, 2022 face-to-face with Mr. Gordon at 10:35.
All right, did you get that, Mr. Gordon?
Yep, October 3rd at 10:35.
Yes, sir. All right, I want you to go and enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great week. To continue to take good care of yourself, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, Miss Cleveland, who do you have up next?
Your Honor,
Wait,
for Faith.
Before you go, 1 second. Good morning, Miss Williams, and good morning at the Wayne County Jail. Miss Taylor is waiting on a call back from a provider asked to Miss Williams. And as soon as she gets back on, I'm going to call Miss Williams' case. If you
Good morning to you, Judge Holmes.
Good morning. So good to see you.
And I love your braces.
You see that it's not bling, right? It's braces.
Yeah.
Trust me, I didn't want them. I didn't want them, but some stuff was going on.
Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Miss Williams, how are you this morning?
I'm blessed and highly favored.
You are. Are you taking good care of yourself?
Yeah.
You are. All right.
I'm getting my rest, I'll tell you that.
You get your rest. All right.
I
They
play
treating you
Sleeping
well?
Beauty every day.
What'd you say?
I play Sleeping Beauty every day.
Oh, well, good for you. Maybe I need to take a vacation there so I could get me some rest. Shoot.
Yeah, so we just wait on Miss Taylor.
Miss Taylor is getting some information this morning for me, and she did come on, but she was waiting for a phone call back. So I'm going to leave it up to you all. You can either stay on with us, or you all can dial back in, probably within the next 30 to 45 minutes. Hopefully Miss Taylor will have some information.
Okay.
So
let me tell the depth.
You'll tell him? Okay. Did you see your uncle this weekend?
No, I talked to him over the phone.
You did? All right. Very good. You know, he's a really good guy, right?
Yeah. And I just wanted to apologize to you for being rude Wednesday.
That's
and
okay.
if you could have a heart to forgive me.
Oh, Miss Williams, you're so sweet. Listen, it's okay. We all have bad days, including me. And I think our first encounter or our second encounter, I was probably having a bad day too. And I was a little stern with you. So I need you to find in your heart too to forgive me. And so we can start
Your
out.
Honor, I do, because we're all human and we are human.
We all are human. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So thank you for forgiving me, and I forgive you. And listen, we're going to work something out, okay?
Yeah, because my uncle is aware that I don't want to participate in the program.
I know. But Miss Williams, I care about you so much. I want to help.
Yeah, and I really appreciate you trying to help me. But when I get out of here, whenever I get out of here, my uncle and my sister is going to help me.
They are. I talked to your uncle. They are. But listen, you are not made for jail. You're a good person, good heart, kind spirit. It breaks my heart to see you in jail. So
well, actually, I mean, sometimes it's for the best. You know, everything happens for a reason and a purpose.
It does. But you know what, Miss Williams? We're going to get that. We're going to help you to get you to a point where your uncle and your sister can help you. And
yeah, but I don't want to participate in the program. And with all due respect, Judge Holmes, I'm not going to participate.
I know.
And I'm going to stand my ground.
I know. And you know what? That's where me and you are alike, because I'm going to stand my ground too. So we're going to work together. We'll work out something, okay? So find out from the deputy.
And I actually go back to court in front of Judge Bryant October 11th. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I go back in front of her October 11th, And I actually had a $5,000 personal, but you didn't give me no bond, I couldn't get out, which is no biggie. I'm not, I'm not, tripping about that. Like I said, it is what it is, and if I gotta stay here to next year, so be it. Go with the flow and roll with the punches, Your Honor.
All right.
Yeah,
well, while you're there, I'd like you to get stable and get some help so that when you leave, you are able to go out on your own and stay out on your own. That's the goal. I hope you know that. That's the goal. That's the only goal that I have. Okay?
Well, like I
So-
told my uncle and Miss Horfield, I'm so determined to get myself in order. I actually this time came to jail on purpose. I did. I'm not gonna lie to you. I came to jail on purpose. And I actually, I purposely got locked up just so I can get myself in order because I knew SSI was gonna cut me off. So by the time I get out of here, all that back pay I'm gonna get me a place to live. And I'm also gonna be working at Chrysler. So yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
Ms. Williams, I have the rest of my specialty court docket that's scheduled for this morning. Check with the jail, see if they want to dial back. Well, I see Ms. Taylor. Ms. Taylor, I have her checking back with the jail to see if they want to dial back in like 30 or so minutes so I can wrap up the rest of my specialty court docket.
Okay, will do.
Okay?
Yeah, she said she wanted to us to dial back in about 30, 40 minutes.
Okay, we'll be.
Is that okay, Deputy?
Yes, ma'am. We still have 2 other people that need to see you as well.
Oh, who do you have for me this morning?
Mr. DeLeon Thomas and Mr. Marcus Reed.
Yes, ma'am. If you dial in 30 to 45 minutes from now, I'll be ready to see all 3 of them, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a blessed day.
Okay, I'll see you in a few minutes, okay?
Okay, few minutes.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Taylor. All right. Miss Ware, if you could unmute for me, are you okay this morning?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
You're good.
All right, you sure?
Yes, I'm fine.
Just making sure. All right, I'm gonna place you on mute and then I'll
Okay.
come back to you, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Right now.
All right, let's keep going. I am ready on Mr. Williams. Williams, yes. Derek Williams, who's there with Miss Milton. Mr. Williams, good morning to you.
Morning.
Okay, I don't see Mr. Williams on my docket, Mr. Yancey. Should he be? Yes, I do. I'm sorry. I have him with Sharion. My apologies. I have case number Z808-2461. Mr. Williams, state your full name, please.
Derek Williams.
All right. Good morning, Miss Milton.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I am well this morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Very good. Very good. Mr. Williams, I'm going to hear from you first. How are you doing?
Doing all right. I'm doing good. Just taking it easy.
Okay.
Like I said before.
I'm sorry.
Focusing on myself, like I said before.
All right. You raised some concerns last time you were with me. How are those things working out?
Not too much worried about it anymore.
Okay, because does that mean they're working out or you just decided you're not going to give a whole lot of time to it?
I'm just not gonna worry about it. Give no time. It is what it is. You gotta go. Basically, I'm just thinking about me right now.
You just what? I'm sorry.
Thinking about me right now.
Okay. All right. Well, the concerns that you raised did deal with you. And so I want to make sure that your concerns were addressed.
It's basically what's going to happen is going to happen. So I'm not about to keep complaining about it. I'm not going to say too much about it anymore.
Okay. So, Mr. Williams, what I will say to you is that you can't fix things if you don't share what's going on, or you don't come to the table and do your part. So if that's what you want to do, it's just say it is what it is, or what have you, then you're grown. I can't make you. But what I'm saying to you is that nothing gets fixed overnight. We know that. But when people show up at the table and everybody roll up their sleeves and do their part, most of the time things can get fixed and get resolved.
Yeah, from my knowledge, it's portioned out for everybody. It's counted and everything like that. So there's nothing really much I can do about that. So I'm just not gonna let it. I'm just gonna, as long as I can eat, I'm grateful for that. So that's all that matters to me.
All right, all right. Other than that, how did you do for the holiday? Tell me what your holiday was like.
Just relaxing, basically.
Okay, very good. Were you able to go out and see any family or anything like that?
Oh.
No? All right, Mr. Williams. Miss Milton, can you update me as much as you can as to how Mr. Williams is doing?
Well, so far, Mr. Williams is doing fine. He did get a mental health evaluation on Friday. I don't have the results from that just yet, but it did happen on Friday. He did go see the doctor as well. He has a physical coming up, I think next week, right? No, it's not until next month, I think. But other than that, he appears to be doing just fine.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Miss Wiggins, Miss Milton, did you have any questions or recommendations for the team as to Mr. Williams?
No, not at this time.
All right. Mr. Williams, did you have any questions for the team this morning? I'm sorry, I didn't hear your response. Was that a no?
I was just thinking for a second.
Oh, okay, okay. All right, well, while you're thinking, I'm gonna go to the case manager and let the case manager update me. And then if you think of something, Mr. Williams, I'll come back to you, okay? All right. Yes, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Williams, I have been in contact with him. We have had conversations. I do want to talk to him at least once a week to make sure that I'm tracking and being brought up to speed on everything that's going on with him. I want him to know that we are all very concerned. We want to make sure that his experience is positive and that he makes good progress, because I know in October, there's a date where there's going to be a decision made about him transitioning and where and how he will transition from inpatient treatment. So we just need to talk very regularly. Every time I talk to him, he does express his concerns. And he even calls me when he has issue. I want him to know that I'm here to listen. I want him to know that the court is here for him. And we're going to try to help him in any regard, with any regard that we can. So Ms. Milton is very helpful as well. She and I are intending to talk later on today just to find out, how things are progressing as well. So I'm here. I just want him to know that my recommendation is that he continue with his current treatment plan, which seems to be a good path for him at this time, and maintain those doctor's appointments, because he does express a lot about his physical health and some concerns that he has about his physical health, Your Honor. So even if he needs to make more doctor's appointments just to ensure that he's addressing that, that would be great too. And other than that, I just want him to stay connected to me. That's all, so we can continue to work together.
All right, very good. Thank you. And Ms. Cleveland, when he's expressing those concerns, are you addressing those concerns?
Yes, I am attempting to, Your Honor. I do have to talk to Ms. Milton about the last time he called me, which was Friday, but I knew he was going to the doctor. I believe he wanted a medical doctor intervention for whatever his concern was on Friday. I can tell you about it offline, but I don't know if he's, if he's actually had the documentation that he needs to support the accommodation that he's asking for. So I'll talk to Ms. Milton today and make sure that she understands and recognizes what he's asking.
All right. Very good. Very good. Mr. Williams, did you think of your question?
I've just been doing what I need to do. Paying attention, participating, and hopefully I'm looking for October 12th to make things right.
All right. Very good. Have you learned anything since the last time I've seen you?
Learning
Classes?
Learning a lot, as much as what I've been learning a lot with the CBT book. It's really helpful.
Okay, very good. Did you find it helpful?
What applies to me as well, and learning relapse preventions and recidivism to not go back, because you can relapse even before you pick up.
Yeah. I hope everybody was listening to that. You can relapse even before you pick up, because where does it start? In the mind, right?
Right before I told you guys, it's just all about the thought process. Automatic thoughts, that's what I'm changing.
All right. Thank you for sharing that, Mr. Williams. Thank you. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, anything asked to Mr. Williams?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Good report today, Mr. Williams. When you have concerns, be sure to express your concerns. We're all listening, and we'll do it whatever we can. We only want to help you. No one wants to hurt you. Keep up the good work, sir. And please, if you have concerns, express those concerns. Thank you, sir.
And Your Honor, if I might add, Mr. Williams, I appreciate you. You're direct and you're forward about those things that are troubling you. Keep up that good work, because I think that's the path to just getting on in life, not only the path to recovery, but the path to just moving forward and doing better. So we're proud of you, sir. Keep up the good work.
All right. Thank you. If nothing else, Ms. Cleveland, what's next for Mr. Williams?
Your Honor, he's in phase 1, so he would be having a Zoom hearing on Monday, September 26, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right. I am going to, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
September 26th.
And if we have to make an adjustment, Your Honor, I will make sure to communicate with Ms. Milton.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you, Ms. Cleveland. All right. Ms. Milton, thank you for getting on this morning. Thank you for getting on, Mr. Williams. Enjoy the rest of your week. Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Let's go to Ms. Liggins. I have case number 220-561-8901. Ms. Liggins, unmute and state your full name for the record.
Justine Liggins.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I appreciate you asking.
Yes. And I've seen you smile a couple of times this morning. I think our last interaction, you was a little snippety with me.
Yeah, it was towards the end, but we passed that now. We in today's time. So
we are? We passed?
Yeah, I would hope so. At least on my end.
I have memory like an elephant, right?
You can't hold no grudge though, right?
Oh no, I don't hold grudges.
All right, we'll take it then.
Listen, I write it down in my handy dandy notebook.
Yeah.
So,
we're gonna update those notes today, so we'll be good.
All right. What has you in a better place today?
Everything's good. I mean, not everything, but things are good for me. Employed now again, so that works out in my favor.
Wonderful. Yeah.
As far as that goes, I got a restricted license back again. Well,
Yes.
I'm still waiting for the paperwork for that, but yeah, that works out for me too. And
Look at you.
yeah, everything's just moving right along.
Oh, well, that would make me smile too. Money in my
Yeah,
pocket
legit.
and a license on the way. I can drive.
Yeah, legit.
Yes.
Legit.
Yes. All right. Well, how do you feel about the new job? You like it? You love it?
Oh yeah,
Not
so
sure.
far so good. Everything's working out. They like me, I like them. The culture, the environment's pretty fun and upbeat, so that works out for me. Got a chance to meet like the district manager and the regional manager this past weekend. They love me, so it works out. Everything's going well.
All right. Very good. How's your mom doing?
She's doing real good, actually. She's sitting right here with me, but she's doing fantastic. She's doing
All
real
right.
good.
She's still your cheerleader?
My biggest cheerleader, honestly. I'm hers too, so we working it out together.
Very good. So make sure you tell her I said thank you. We need all the cheerleaders that we can
Yeah,
get.
she hear you. She appreciates you.
All right. Thank you so much. All right. All right. How did you do for the holiday?
Oh, it was pretty smooth. Wasn't too much to it. Worked and at that point got off, had some food. Everybody was pretty settled this holiday. It wasn't like a big commodity or anything like that, but it was cool.
Okay. All right. No issues, no struggles.
No, I don't have any issues or struggles.
Okay. All right. Very good. Miss Cleveland, what do you have for me?
Thank you, Your Honor. And thank you, Ms. Liggins, for the good report. She is doing well, Your Honor. I am in receipt of all the paperwork that you needed us to get for her as she's just starting the program pretty much. And she's in phase 1. So I'm going to review all that that documentation, and then I'll be able to do a summary and report at the next staffing that we have for her matter. Your Honor, I just want to say that I don't know how to say this, but I guess it's the best way to say she's bringing the sunshine this morning to me. She's very upbeat. She's just, smiling. She's very pleasant to talk to today. Communicating with me very often and regularly as the court has ordered. And she's got all the compliance going with the clean screens and the therapy. So she's doing what she's supposed to be doing, and I'm very proud of her.
Very good. I am as well. All right, Mr. Reed, Mr. Ficus, anything as to Justine Liggins?
Yes, Judge. Thank you. Good report, Ms. Liggins. You and I have had the opportunity to talk in the breakout room. You said you were going to work the program, and you are working the program. We're proud of you. Congratulations on the job and the employment. It's always good to have, what did Mr. Ficus say, a little walking around money? And that's great. Keep up the good work. Be safe. Good to see you, Ms. Liggins. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Reed.
And if I might add, Your Honor, Ms. Liggins, you are true to your word. You present that way and you follow through on that. And that's a great attribute to have. So keep up the good work, young lady. We're proud of you.
I appreciate you, Mr. Ficus.
All right. Very good. So I need you to tell me one thing you've learned since the last time I've seen you before I let you know.
We speaking with my therapist and going through anger management and all that good stuff. We actually came up with an acronym for choices, saying that life is made completely of choices. But we came up with the idea that, as far as choices go, just think of it as choosing healthy options that instill character in every situation. So I may not be able to control what others may do or may think or anything of that nature, but at the end of the day, I can always control how I may react to them. And that's always going to be the most positive aspect we can take away from it, honestly.
Nice. Okay, you lost me. Choosing healthy options
that instill character in every situation.
In every situation. I love it.
Yep.
I love it. That's what choices are, right? If you want choices that are good choices, right?
Yeah.
Yes, very good. Thank you for sharing that with us. I hope everybody was listening. That's awesome. That's awesome. All right. What's next for Justine Liggins?
Your Honor, she's phase 1. So she would be having a Zoom hearing on September 26, 2022 at 8:35 a.m. except unless you order something else, Your Honor, then I will communicate that too.
All right. Very good. Very good. Did you get that? Your date and time?
Yeah, so I'll be back in court on the 26th, right? At 8:30.
8:35. Yes.
All right, I got you.
All right, very good. Good to see you. Enjoy the rest of your week. We're here if you need us, okay?
I appreciate you. You guys have a great day.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, I am ready to go to Miss Roberts. Come on, Miss Roberts. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm great. I'm sleepy, but I'm great.
Oh, you sleepy too? All right, just the weekend is just never long enough, right?
No, I work on the weekends and I get off at 7:30. So I haven't taken my nap yet and I go back to work at 11. So I'm trying to stay
Oh
woke.
my goodness. All right now. That's a schedule. That's a tough one. All right, let me place your case number on the record. Z8083041. State your full name for me.
Robin Roberts.
All right, Miss Roberts, you're new to us. How are you doing so far?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
All right, tell me what you've been doing.
I do the sober. I'm on the SoberLink device, but I'm still enrolled in NCADD. My counseling every week. I talk to my counselor. My community service every week, like clockwork. I'm still working my 2 jobs. Just trying to maintain, the basic stipulations that I have to do for this program so I don't be in non-compliance. I just want to do what I got to do to get over this little speed bump in my life right now and just go from there.
All right, all right. And you haven't had any issues working the program, have you?
No.
Okay, all right. Who's cheering you on the outside, Miss Roberts, telling you can do this?
I'm my biggest cheerleader, number one, but my kids, they were rooting for me. My mom, my sister, my brother, for sure.
Okay, very good. Make sure you tell them I said thank you, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. All right, do you have any questions for the team this morning?
No, not that I could think of right now, no.
No? All right, Miss Cleveland?
Your Honor, I'm doing Miss Roberts today,
Okay.
Your Honor. Ms. Roberts is doing well. She's in treatment at NCADD. Ms. Ramsey, she's in compliance with her treatment. As she stated, she has the SoberLink. She also screens exams. She's in compliance with that. This is her first court hearing. So as far as phase 1 and the first court hearing, Your Honor, she's in compliance with us at this time.
All right, very good. You hit the ground running. I love it, Miss Roberts. I love it. Very good. Keep going. If you see an obstacle, if you feel like you're getting a little shaky, reach out. Reach out. You have your people at NCADD. You have your case manager. You can dial into the court, do whatever it takes, okay, to stay on track, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Reed, Mr. Ficus, she has a great report and she's new to the program.
Yes, Judge, thank you. Good report, Ms. Roberts. You're new to the program. Don't get overwhelmed. Ask questions. Ask for help if you need help. That's what we're here for. You're starting out great. Keep up the good work. We know it's not easy, but it's a worthwhile program. Keep up the good work and be safe, Ms. Roberts. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Judge, if I might add, Judge, Mr. Roberts, you're doing so good. First report, that is just wonderful to hear. Keep up the good work. Know that you can always contact us in any way, shape, or form. We do respond, so we're there for you as well. So thank you and keep up the good work. Thank you, Judge.
All right, wonderful. If no questions from Ms. Roberts, Mr. Yancey, what's next?
Your Honor, we're going to have Ms. Roberts come back on September 26th for a Zoom hearing at 8:35.
All right, did you get that, Ms. Roberts?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. You are all set. Get you some rest, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks, okay?
Thank you so much. You guys have a blessed day.
All right, you too. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, let's go to Kareem Muhammad. Mr. Muhammad, unmute for me. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Judge.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. How about
Where you been? I haven't seen your face on this screen all morning.
I know. I'm sorry. I thought it was the 13th. Oh, it was Tuesday. I was up though. I've been up since like 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay. You weren't over there sleeping.
No, I was up.
All right. Let me place your case numbers on the record. I have Z 808-2901. Case number SP 118-2247, counts 1 and 2. Case number SP 118-2248, counts 1 and 2. State your full name for me.
Kareem Muhammad.
All right, very good. Mr. Muhammad, how are you doing?
I'm good. Stuff hasn't been, my week last week wasn't the best, but you know, it's life.
Did you make the best of it though?
I tried, that's for sure.
You tried anything you can share?
It's just some family stuff going on.
Okay.
Yeah,
It happens, right?
definitely.
All right, how'd you handle it though?
That was good. I was a little stressed out over the week, but you know, it's okay, I guess.
Okay, you didn't go backwards, right?
No, definitely not.
You didn't get off track from the progress that you've been making, is that right?
No, definitely not.
All right, then that's good. Very good. We had a holiday. I've been seeing you since the holiday. How did you do for the holiday?
What did I do on the holiday? I don't think I did much. I think I just hung out at home, honestly. I don't think I really did much.
Okay, but no issues or anything like that during the holiday?
Nope, besides the family stuff.
Okay, all right. Very good. Tell me something you've learned since the last time I've seen you.
Like you said, it's just like you deal with the adversity, but you got to just kind of roll with the punches, I guess, and to try to make the best of every situation.
Yeah, it's not what happens to us, it's how you respond to it, right?
Exactly. Just got to try to have a positive outlook on things.
Yes, a positive outlook. Very good. Very good. What do you need us to help you with, Mr. Muhammad?
Everything's good right now.
You good? All right. Mr. Yancey?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Muhammad. He's doing well. He did share with me what was going on, but we didn't go backwards. So that was great. We did staff this case. We also had the pleasure of meeting his therapist last week. So he's doing pretty well as far as that's going. And he's just in the maintenance stage as far as that. So in compliance with screening goals, he's doing well. No, he had a recent challenge, but he's doing well with that, just helping a family member. So Mr. Muhammad is in good standings with us right now, Your Honor.
All right, awesome. Mr. Reed, Mr. Ficus, anything else to Mr. Muhammad?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Good report, Mr. Muhammad. You're working the program. You're not alone. Life happens to all of us. We all have situations. Keep up the good work, sir. We're proud of what you're doing, and be safe. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
If I might add, Judge, yes, you are keeping up. You're doing a great job. You're keeping up with your program. You're doing everything right the way it should be. I know that it's not easy, as Mr. Reed would say. It is hard, but we know you have the tools to do it. So keep up the good work. Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. Mr. Muhammad, any questions for the team this morning?
Nope.
All right, if not, Mr. Yancey.
Yes, Your Honor. We're going to have October 3rd, 2022 face-to-face with Mr. Muhammad at 10:35.
All right, did you get that, Mr. Muhammad?
The date of my calendar now.
All right, wonderful. So you can be on time.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. All right, very good. Well, it's good to see you, sir.
Good to see you too.
All right, take good care of yourself. We're here if you need us, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. All right, let's go to Ms. Ware. No, before we go to Ms. Ware, Attorney Barrow, I'm ready to call the 8:30 matter. I have case number SP 136-58961. Counsel, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Ali Barrow, PA 5907. Only issue is I have not spoken with any city attorney yet on this matter.
Okay, did the officers check in for this matter? It was scheduled for formal hearing at 8:30.
Madam Clerk, do you know if the officers checked in for Zakira Al-Rashi?
No officer has checked in with me.
All right, I do see Mr. Rosenthal. Mr. Rosenthal?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Matthew Rosenthal for the people, P84807. As of now, Your Honor, it doesn't look like we have a complaining witness. I'm not sure if we're giving them any more time, but I have no objections to any motions at this time.
I'll entertain, thank you, Mr. Rosenthal. I'll entertain your motion for dismissal at this time.
Thank you.
The
Yep.
officer, sorry, excuse me, pardon me, the officer is on the phone as we speak. I apologize.
Okay.
He was in another courtroom.
Okay, well, he needs to, Mr. Attorney Barrow, you need to talk with Mr. Attorney Rosenthal to
Please.
see how you all are proceeding, okay?
Please. Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right, thank you. All right, thank you, Ms. Mack. All right.
Oh, you're welcome, Judge.
Okay, now I'm going to go to Ms. Ware. I have case number U 576-42920. Ms. Ware, unmute and state your full name for me.
Good morning, Angela Ware.
All right, Ms. Ware, how are you this morning?
I'm okay. Did I not look okay this morning?
Well, you were kind of looking like you were going to fall over. You were.
Oh, no. I have a little anxiety going on. I'm trying to get on some medications for that, but I'm a little antsy today.
Okay. Have you talked with the doctor?
Yeah.
Or your provider about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to get that going on.
Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you for advocating for yourself. You know, I'm always watching, so I know this is something a little bit different, just a little bit different.
No, I'm doing okay. I'm just a little anxiety. That's all.
Okay, so hopefully they'll talk with you. You're going to your classes and you're doing your work. Hopefully they're working on anxiety with you in your classes as well, right?
Yes.
All right. Very good. Very good. Anything you want to share that may be causing you some anxiety?
I'm sorry?
I said, is there anything that you would like to share that's causing you anxiety?
No, I just have anxiety. I have it every day. I'm surprised. Maybe I'm just more inside. Maybe because I'm leaving tomorrow. I'm going to transitional housing tomorrow. So maybe that's my little anxiety. I'm excited to move on to the next stage.
Okay. Who's the case manager for Miss Ware?
Francie.
That's me, Your Honor.
Ms. Yancey, were you aware that she's going to transitional?
I knew it was coming up. I did, I believe, talk to her Friday regarding that. So I needed some information, but I knew that that we had talked about her going to safe step at some point regarding transitional once her days were up, and they just seemed like her 29 days flew by a little bit quicker than I thought, but I knew she would have a transition plan before she could leave Genesis 3.
All right. And so, Mr. Yancey, will you be able to share with the court that transition plan before it takes place on tomorrow? I want to make sure that we're good.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll make sure that I get that information. What will be the standard of care or the level of care that she would receive, whether or not what the restrictions are. If there are restrictions, those are all things I need to know before she moves out.
I'd like to know that too. I don't know what, I'm still a little, me and Mr. Yancey talk, but I'm not sure what my restrictions are for, I know, I'm pretty sure that they have restrictions since it's intensive outpatient. And I think that they have 2 weeks restrictions. I can't go anywhere or anything. So I believe, or they have to have permission or something. I'm not really sure. I haven't talked to the people.
All right. We'll find out. We'll have Mr. Yancey find out. Okay. All right. Very good. Are you ready to transition, Ms. Ware?
I'm ready. I realized it's just not worth it. And it's not worth the my life. You know, I didn't miss anything out there. That's for sure. Yeah. It's still all pain and misery, and I'm either going to end up in jail or dead. So
that's the reality of it, right?
Yeah.
All right. We want you to end up alive and thriving. How about that?
Yes, yes.
That's
And I
awesome.
appreciate everybody helping me out and get me back on track.
Yes, ma'am.
'Cause
That's what we're here for.
I'm powerless. I couldn't do it on my own. If
Yeah.
you guys didn't get in the middle of it, I probably be still off and running.
Well, I'm glad that you're accepting the help. I know it's not easy. A part of recovery is falling down, but getting back up again. And you certainly got back up again.
Yeah.
Let's keep working hard, okay?
Yes.
One day at a time. One day at
Yes.
a time.
Yes, that's all I can do.
That's it. All right, Mr. Yancey, is there anything else you'd like to add as to Ms. Ware?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. She's, like I said, she's been in Genesis 3 for the last 30 days. So I would just ask Ms. Ware if she can have her therapist contact me today, just so I can get some more information.
Okay.
Yeah, we still have to talk to call the beginning stuff and give more information also. So
Okay.
All right, very good. Mr. Reed, Mr. Vikings, any additional information or remarks for Ms. Ware?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Good report, Ms. Ware. We're proud of you. You're not afraid to ask for help, and you know when you need help, and that's so great. That's a good attitude to have. We only want to help you. You're working the program. Keep up the good work. Transition to the next step. We're in your corner. We're here for you. Thank you, Ms. Ware. Thank you, Judge.
And Judge, if I might add, Ms. Ware, the judge says this to people all the time, you're worth it, and you are worth it. And I think you know that, and I think that's part of the discovery process that you've undertaken, and keep that in mind, though, that you are worth it. Keep up the good work. Thank you.
Yes, you definitely are worth it, Ms. Ware.
yeah, I do want this. I want this bad. It's just so hard.
It is.
It's like the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Yes, but the fact that you want it, Ms. Ware, the fact that you want it, you're going to keep working at it every day, and we're here to help you. And so the fact that you want it, that's a hope for me. You're in great shape. The fact that you want it. Yes, because there are some that come to us and they don't want it. And it makes it so hard to try to force people to see that they need help. You understand that you need help.
I
And
definitely
so
do.
you're going to be able to beat this thing because you want it. Because you want it. So hang in there. Listen, I also want to encourage you to utilize your resources. When you're getting shaky, when you have some anxiety, pick up the phone, attend an extra meeting, get with your people at Genesis 3 and say, hey, I'm having thoughts. I think Mr. Williams said it this morning, relapse starts in the mind, right?
Yes. And I remember when we were talking before I did relapse, I said I was getting bored, remember?
Yes, you
and
did.
I already relapsed. I relapsed my mind already, and I didn't know how to stop it. So, I mean, I know now I realize what I should have done is go to meetings, but I was really depressed. I was just I knew what I should have done, but I didn't do it. I just laid around and waited for it to happen, I guess. I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah. Well, next time when you see those signs, you've got a lot of resources, ma'am, that you can tap into, right?
Yes.
All right. And I'm counting on you to use those resources, including us.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Anything else you want to share with the team this morning?
No, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Yancey, what's next for Ms. Ware?
Yeah, sure. And I'm gonna have Ms. Ware come back a little bit earlier than usual. She is in phase 1. I want to have her come back on September 22nd at 8:35. That'll give me time to make sure that they can set her up for Zoom.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Very good, Ms. Ware. I want you to have a great week. I want you to continue to work your program and take good care of yourself. Okay. We'll see you next week.
All right. And I'll call you Mr. Yancey, right?
That'd be great. If you could call me in
the
PM anytime between 12 and 115, that'd be great.
Okay. All right, thank you. Are we all set to go, or are we waiting?
We're all set.
Yeah,
All right, thank
all
you.
set. All right, very good. All right, Miss Mack, if you could call Mr. Morgan regarding Mr. Adams, I think he was working with Mr. Adams, that would be great. All right, I need to recall my 840 matter SP 136-589-61. Counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Ali Barrow, PA 5907, appearing on behalf of the defendant, requesting that her presence be waived, please.
Yes, and please state your client's name for the record.
Zakaria Al-Rashi.
All right, thank you. And I also see that law enforcement is present. Please turn on your camera and state your name and your badge number for us.
Good morning, Your Honor. Corporal Spider, badge 402, the Detroit Police Department.
Thank you, sir. Good morning to you. All right, counsel.
Yeah, I did have an opportunity to speak with Mr. Rosenthal. We are in agreement to reduce this down to a blockading.
All right, and so you are accepting responsibility that your client did in fact engage in the city of Detroit in a prohibited term, is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, that I'm accepting that plea of responsible. I will amend the charge to blockading traffic. The fine will be $175. How quickly can your client get that paid?
May I have 2 weeks, Your Honor, please?
Yes, you may. That's going to take us to, let's see, that 2-week date would be September, can I put it on September 27th?
Please.
2022. I'll put it on for 10:30 a.m. As long as your client gets it paid before that date and time, they don't have to appear. The matter will be closed, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. You have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You do the same. Thank you, Corporal. Be safe.
Thank you, Mr. Have a good day. Have a wonderful day.
All right. All right, let's do it. I think I've wrapped up, Mr. Yancey. Have I wrapped up the first specialty court? Or did I see Andre Jones on?
You're muted, Mr. Yancey.
Yeah, I did see Andre Jones. I see him now.
No, Mr. Jones, stay with me. Let me do your case and then I'm going to the Wayne County Jail. I have for Andre Jones, case number 213-0190. Mr. Jones, state your full name for me.
Andre Jones.
All right, where you been this morning, Mr. Jones?
I'm here at work.
You're at work. Okay, so you try to multitask this morning.
Always. I'm always at work, looking through my classes, all that.
Okay. All right. Very good. How are you doing with working your program, Mr. Jones?
I'm doing great. No issues. I know after this case today, Mr. Griffin told me send in my paperwork. He's going to work on my restricted license. So I'm very eager to do that.
That's good news, right?
Yes, ma'am. Once I get back driving, I'm up and gunning. I'm ready to go.
All right. All right. Very good. Very good. How did you do for the holiday?
I did great. I really didn't celebrate too much. You know, I had the day off, so I just caught up on some schoolwork. I'm ahead of the game right now, and everything's smooth.
All right. Good. Very good. Any issues, any obstacles, challenges?
Not at all. I had an issue with my transportation on one day last week. I had issues with my bike, but other than that, you know, I made it to my drives. I've been able to get around still, so I'm back at it.
Okay. All right. Very good. You did what you had to do to stay on track, right?
Always.
All right. Wonderful. I appreciate it, Mr. Jones.
Yeah.
All right. Have you learned anything since the last time I've seen you?
I was just pretty much in schoolwork. I learned this new thing called the Law of Reversibility, which is I've been applying to life, which definitely helped me. Speed learning and speed reading because I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to become Dr. Jones in 7 years or less. So I have to learn how to speed read, you know, and the Law of Reversibility definitely helps.
Okay, can you tell us what's the law of reversibility?
Well, to put it simple, let's say you want to build a car in a week. Well, you take a car that's already built and you take it apart. Once you take it apart slowly, understand the mechanisms and the tools used, you could definitely put it back together in less than a week because you took it apart. So you kind of take the ending results, reverse it, and repeat it, forward.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Very good.
Yeah.
All right. Anything you need us to help you with, Mr. Jones?
No, like I said, after I get off here, I'll send my paperwork to Mr. Griffin, and we'll start the process with my restricted license and keep moving forward.
All right. Very good. Very good. With that, Mr. Yancey, what do you have for Mr. Jones?
Your Honor, Mr. Jones, he's doing pretty well so far. He's at Detroit Recovery Project with Mr. Killings at this time. He's screening at jams. He's compliant with those screenings. He seems to be doing well. Obviously, he's in school at this time. Excited about the possibility of getting his license back. So Mr. Griffin had reported that he's doing well at this time. He's in compliance as far as the phase that he's in. I believe he's still in phase 1. So he's doing well, Your Honor.
All right. Very good, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, anything as to Mr. Jones?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Good report, Mr. Jones. You're working the program. Keep the good work. If I ever took anything apart, I would never get it back together. So that law of reversibility does not apply to me. But you're a young man. I know you're going to get that PhD in 5 or 6 years. Keep up the good work, sir. We're proud of you. Anyone who's continuing their education, I'm so proud of what you're doing. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
If I might add, Judge, sir, you should be proud of yourself too, because we are proud of you. I mean, you got work going, you got school going, getting your license back. You're just hitting everything and doing it in the right way and at the right time, and keep up the great work, sir. We are very proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Very good, Ms. Jones. Mr. Jones, do you have any questions for the court or for the team?
No, I don't.
Okay. All right. Very good. Mr. Yancey, what's next?
Yeah, he'll have a Zoom hearing on September 26th of this year at 8:35 a.m.
All right. Very good. Did you get that, Mr. Jones?
Yep, September 26th.
All right. You're in great shape, sir. Good to see you. Continue to work hard. Make sure you're taking care of yourself in the midst of all that you're doing. And
Yes,
we'll
ma'am.
see you back in a couple of weeks, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. Very good.
Your
And
Honor,
yes.
if I could, I have a defendant in the box today. Do you want that person
That I told
reinstated?
to come in on Friday. She did not come in on Friday as she was ordered to come in on Friday. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do.
Okay.
It's probably not going to work well for her today because when the court orders you to come in, you must come in.
Okay. I was just making sure you saw the chat. That's
I did. I
okay.
thought I responded to it. Maybe I responded to some. I responded to somebody's text message. Give me 1 second, please.
Sure.
Mr. Morgan, on Mr. Adams, did they do, has Ms. All right, give me 1 second, please. All right, Mr. Morgan, Mr. Adams. Good morning to you first. Good morning before I go right in.
That's okay.
All right. I know that you told me he was going to go to regular probation, but I do need to make the record. Have you had some conversation or have the defense attorneys and the prosecutor weighed in on this?
Judge, they have. I spoke to Attorney Warfield and Prosecutor Sidney Rogers. We all kind of agreed that considering some things that's on the criminal background, that would probably make him ineligible for one of our specialty courts. We thought maybe we could just refer him to probation and have probation officer Jasmine Brimage supervise the case. And then you could kind of make some special conditions on his probation order to assist him in the needs that he has some things that he needs to work on. So we want to refer him to regular probation, Judge.
Okay, so when you say that will probably disqualify him, I need to know, is he disqualified? Did the attorneys determine that he is disqualified pursuant to Michigan law?
Yes, he is, Judge. I apologize for using probably. I just trying to be cautious on the record.
No. I don't want you to put, because I know we talked about some things that were on his record, and I don't want to put those things out in the universe. So, but I just want to make sure that we're on good legal footing, that there was a determination that pursuant to Michigan law, he's not eligible.
Yes, Judge, he is not eligible for our specialty courts. Unfortunately, but we can assist him with some of the same resources that we have in our specialty courts. Mr. Adams is a very pleasant man. He's been down here 3 days in the last probably 5 days, and he wants help. So I'm pretty sure he'll do really well with Jasmine Brimage and being on probation, Judge.
All right. And so are you recommending that Ms. Brimage do a PSI on Mr. Adams so that we can find out all of his needs, or have you already pretty much done that?
No, Judge, a PSI was not done on Mr. Adams.
Okay.
We can recommend that a PSI be done before his sentencing. But in the meantime, she could, help him and monitor him until that assessment is done. It'll be a great idea for him to get an assessment, and then once he gets some referral to treatment, which he'll probably get, and then also he probably is going to need a clinical assessment too. He's currently over at Detroit Rescue Mission. So he is in a stable location. He's not per se on the streets, but finding housing is a need for Mr. Adams. So at least he's in a stable environment at this time.
All right, very good. And so Mr. Morgan, for referral for the PSI, I don't know if Ms. Brimage is in. I know she's usually not assigned to my courtroom until Tuesdays. Can we get him at least? I'd like to establish that he's to be in contact with Ms. Brimage, that he's to check in with her twice weekly. And then, while she gets this PSI done with Ms. Brimage. And then also, Mr. Morgan, are there any other recommendations that you can make from your dealings with Mr. Adams that he should be adhering to until the PSI is done?
Judge, I just want to make a recommendation that he remain at Detroit Rescue Mission unless they find him suitable housing. Then he can maybe relocate there. But I just think that the rescue mission is probably his best option right now. I did have an opportunity on Friday, which was September 9th, to introduce Mr. Adams to P.O. Brimage here at the courthouse.
Okay.
I do believe he received her work number, but if not, I'll make sure he gets that today. But I did give a warm handoff on Friday for Mr. Adams to PO Brimage. So I'll just make sure he has all her contact information so he can get in contact with her.
All right, and so for purposes of today, I'm going to, Ms. Mack, refer him. Okay, Ms. Brimage. Good morning, Ms. Brimage. I wasn't going to bother you because I know you usually come to me on Tuesdays. Good morning. Uh-oh, maybe she can't hear me. Ms. Brimage, can you hear me?
I can now. Good morning.
Oh, well, you didn't hear all the wonderful things I just said. I said I wasn't going to bother you today because I know that you come to me on Tuesdays, but thank you for getting on.
You're welcome.
All right, we have Mr. Adams this morning. He does not qualify for our specialty court. So because his name begins with an A, he's being referred to regular probation. I'd like to get a PSI done with respect to Mr. Adams because he does have some needs and some things that we need to help him with outside of just regular probation, okay? And so I like what I indicated to Mr. Morgan. He's in the courtroom on this morning. And so I would like for him, well, I know it takes time to get the PSI completed. If he could, at a minimum, check in with you twice a week while you're getting this PSI completed, and that he would have to remain at Detroit Rescue Missions Ministry unless they find him suitable housing. And then we'll get that PSI so that we can get him on his way. Mr. Morgan also indicated that he needs a clinical assessment, as well as he's probably not had a physical in a long time, right? So he'll need a clinical assessment as well as a physical. And then I'm sure through the PSI, you're going to address his housing needs because he does have housing needs, even though he's in a stable environment right now with Detroit Rescue Ministry. And so, Ms. Brimage, what do you need from me?
So what I can do is I do have a 10:30 person coming in to interview today. I'm not sure if I doubt that person is going to show up. So I can actually do his interview today.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I can do his interview today.
Yes, because he's been coming back and forth. So that's great. That way we make the best use of his time. Thank you, Ms. Brimage.
You're welcome.
And so, Ms. Brimage, if you can get his interview done today, and I do want him to test today.
Okay.
Test up in the lab today. And I don't know how much we get set up today between you and Mr. Morgan for him to have a clinical assessment, the physical, and all of those. But that would be great.
Okay.
And then when would you have me bring him back?
Well, usually we get 21 days to complete the report. So 21 days on a Tuesday, whatever Tuesday falls around that time.
Okay, very good. And so, but again, he'll be checking in with you every 2 weeks, twice a week.
Yes.
And yes, and then he'll remain with Detroit Rescue Mission. So 21 days from today's date. Today is September 12th. So Ms. Brimage, can I bring him back on October 11th, 2022?
Yes, I only have one person with you that day, so that works out well.
Wonderful. And I will put him on for 10 o'clock a.m., Ms. Mack. And then for all of his cases that are before me, they have been resolved. Is that correct? We have a disposition. Is that correct? Nothing's open, right, Ms. Mack? I want to just make sure.
I have to double check. When I looked at them earlier, it didn't look like they were adjudicated, but I'll double check.
Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, Mr. Morgan, they're not adjudicated?
Do not believe so, Judge. He has quite a few cases, so we're just going to have to double check. I know that the case he was here on with you maybe Wednesday or Thursday of last week, that case I think is adjudicated, but I'm not for sure about the other remaining cases. We might have to pull all of those.
One of them has been adjudicated, Judge. It was amended to open intoxicant and vehicle passenger.
Yes, okay. So the others are set up for, okay. So this is what we'll do. Ms. Brimage, he shouldn't be in warrant status on anything. We'll bring him back on October 11th. That'll give us an opportunity to pull everything from Mr. Reed, Mr. Ficus, because you all are with me on Tuesdays, so that we can get it all worked out, okay? And we'll do it all at one time. I'll do his sentencing. So Ms. Mack, for SP 124-98151, that should be scheduled for sentencing. And then everything else, you can keep it as review. And then let's make sure we pull everything to give to the attorney. So on the 11th, we can go forward, okay? All right, everybody. Anybody have a different recommendation?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
No, Judge. Has he had a psych evaluation? Is that why he was with the Wednesday court?
No, he was just on my A docket. He was not a part of Wednesday. But Ms. Brimage, you can evaluate through your interview to determine whether such an evaluation should take place.
Okay. And can he come up to the probation department when he's done with court?
Okay, yes.
Okay.
So Ms. Brimage, you might have to, I don't know if he's been up to probation, you might have to come down and get him.
Okay, I'll come get him.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Adams, I'm gonna have you hang with us this morning. And I know he has a thing on his foot, so I wasn't gonna have him move around a whole lot. And so, Mr. Adams, thank you for coming back. Thank you for wanting the help. Thank you for following the court's orders, and we are definitely going to get you squared away, okay? Mr. Adams, can you hear me?
Thank you. He said, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, very good, very good. All right, so Ms. Mack, we have all of those cases. The first one will be scheduled for sentencing. The rest will be for review. All right, thank you so much. All right, Ms. Mack, I'm going to go now to the Wayne County Jail. I have a couple of people. I have Ms. Williams. I have Mr. Thomas. I don't see Mr. Thomas on my, yes, I do. Thomas and Mr. Reed. And so, thank you, Mr. Morgan, for coming in to help out. I appreciate you. All right. Thank you, sir. All right. I have
around though, Judge, because I think, is that Mr. Reed with the
yeah, that's Marcus Reed.
Okay, so I won't be going too far. I will be, because we need to do some, I'll shoot you a text, Judge, okay?
All right, send me a text. Miss Taylor, you should know, has sent me a request that Mr. Williams wants to go in a breakout room. Is that correct, Miss Taylor?
Yeah, but those are with my two, with Sharion Williams and DeLeon Thomas.
Okay, so if you all could make that happen, that would be great.
Yes. I'm waiting on him to zoom in now, actually.
Oh, okay. All right, wonderful. Thank you. All right, Mr. Morgan, reach out to me on Mr. Reed and let me know how we're proceeding. Thank you all for your patience. We getting it together. We are. This is not our normal day for your court, but we wanted to get things taken care of. All right, I need to, Miss Mack, I'm gonna go to 8:45 for Demondra Alford. Did he show up in the courtroom?
No, Judge.
All right, Mr. Alford, if you go back and look at Friday's docket, Mr. Alford had 100 cases on that docket. All of them should be on for today. I don't know why she only put 2, but I'm gonna call the 2 that's on. And Mr. Fikens, he was supposed to come in, pay, because he was already on a payment plan for the court. He did nothing. And I was not going to go through 100 cases. And now I'm going to KPS him on all 100 of his cases.
Yes, Judge.
All right, Miss Mack, I need you. I don't have, let me see if I still have Friday's docket in my email. Let me just see. Good morning.
Right.
Mr. Williams.
Good morning. I'll get right with you guys. I gotta do something. Hey, hello. How you doing, Judge?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Maintaining.
Right. Yes, sir. We know you want to go into a breakout room. And
Yeah, I don't want to take up all you guys' time. I know it's Monday. You guys probably have so much to do, but I just want to hear Sharion and DeLeon just to get an idea where they're at. I hear good things from Jasmine that the jail reported. So that definitely eases some of my concerns, but I just like to, just for a couple seconds, I don't even need too much time.
All right. Miss Wilson, if you could place Sharion Williams, Mr. Williams, and Miss Taylor in the breakout room, that would be great.
Okay, there it is. I see it. Okay.
All right, wonderful. Miss Mack, I don't know if it was Friday's docket.
I
It
believe
might.
it was Wednesday.
It was
Judge.
Wednesday. Okay. If you could pull up Wednesday's docket.
Okay, give me 1 second here. Okay, I have them, Judge.
All right, and you see that he has 100 cases?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, can you call all of those cases at this time? Because they were all scheduled for 8:45 this morning. Please call those cases.
Okay, sure will. Case, starting with case number SP 118709, counts 1, 2, and 3. Then SP 1204563, SP 1292580 and 2, SX 3767213, count 1 and 2, SP 1292581 and 2, SP 1204563, count 1 and 2, 214816911, counts 1, 2, and 3, and 2173115, counts 1, 2, and 3, and that is all of them.
Did you call SP 1292580, counts 1 and 2? The two that are on the docket this morning.
Let me look at those. I think I did. Let me, hold on. 12925. Yes, I did, Judge.
All right, and so with respect to those matters, Mr. Fikens, they were scheduled today for 8:45 a.m. I have spent at least an hour on at least one occasion with Mr. Alford, working through his pleas, working through his payments. I've given him ample time to pay one thing at a time. Mr. Alford has done absolutely nothing. I indicated to him last week that he could come in on today, bring something with him to show a good faith effort that he's trying to get these matters behind him. He has failed to do so. KPS will issue as to all of those matters, and the bond will be set at $25, cash or surety as to each matter.
Thank you, Judge. We appreciate your help, trying to help him. Thank you.
I tried. He's very disrespectful to this court. He does not follow the court's orders. He does not make any effort to follow the court's orders. And I'm not going to tie down my docket and spend from 4:30 to 5:30 working with someone who I've done this with before, and they just will not comply with the court's orders. It does not make sense. It does not. All right, let's keep going, Ms. Mack. I am going to go to the 9:45 docket. I have for Mario Ayler, SP 135-35291, SP 135-35071, and SP 135-32231. Has the defendant checked in?
The defendant has not checked in. I believe he had a retained counsel that checked in. They had to go to another court somewhere, I don't know, but they, Esplanada, that's what my officer just told me. So, but they did call and check in, but that's what they had to physically go to another courthouse.
Okay, but the defendant hasn't checked in, is that correct?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
All right, KPS will issue, and that bond will be set at for the operating with alcohol in a motor vehicle as the driver, that bond will be set at $75 cash or surety. And then the remaining matters, the second matter, driving while license suspended, that'll be capious with the personal bond. And then the final matter will be a default judgment. Defendant is not here. It's well past 9:45. I'm satisfied I've given him enough time. All right. I do see Mr. Yancey, just very quickly, if I could do 10:35 and then get these dates, and then that way I can free you all up. I have at 10:35, Latasha Bennett, SP 7918741, case number SX 202736881, case number 14058166601. For Ms. Bennett.
Yes, Your Honor, a face-to-face was done on Ms. Bennett. She's doing great. Her next date will be October 3rd of this year for a Zoom hearing.
All right, very good. I also have for Latasha Bennett, 20GC01282. Thank you, Mr. Yancey. And then I have for Angelica Rios, 2004451801.
Yes, Your Honor, we also made contact with Ms. Rios. She's hanging in there with her health in compliance. Her next date will be September 26th of this year at 8:35 for a Zoom hearing.
All right, thank you, Mr. Yancey. I think that I have covered everything for your particular specialty court. I think the only things that I have left over are part of our mental health court docket. So thank you, Mr. Yancey. You all did a fabulous job.
Thank you.
All right, very good. All right, Ms. Taylor, are we ready on the specialty court, your specialty court cases?
Can I give you a call really quick?
Yes, ma'am, you can. All right, let me just recess for a second, everybody. At the Wayne County Jail, if you all could switch out Ms. Williams for Mr. Thomas, that would be great. We need to have Mr. Williams, not Mr. Williams, yeah, Mr. Williams and Mr. Thomas to go in a breakout room.
Yes, ma'am.
So if you could switch them out for me, that would be great.
Oh, you don't want to
And actually, before you switch out, I don't know if I can hear. All right, before you switch out Ms. Williams, it's my understanding that you've said you don't want to go to Lake Ridge and that you're going to leave. And so what I'm going to do is just bring you back next week and see where you are, okay?
Listen, Your Honor,
I've listened. I have, Ms. Williams.
I know,
and I still have a lot of docket.
I
that
know,
need
but
to
you
cover.
say you're gonna bring me back next week
I
to
am.
see where I am. It's
Mhm.
gonna be the same next week.
All right, well, let's do that. So for Sharion Williams, U602272121, U5094591, case number 21045573001 and 212098411. I'm adjourning this matter, and next week's date would be what, Ms. Taylor?
I'm sorry. So next week is going to be September 21st.
I would have to do, let's do a Wednesday. Is that the 21st?
Yes.
All right, September 21st, 2022, and I'm gonna put her on for 10 o'clock a.m. Okay. All right, Thank you at the Wayne County Jail. Thank you, Miss Williams. I'll see you
And you
next
have
week.
a blessed day, Your Honor.
You too.
Okay.
All right. Let's get Mr. Thomas so that Mr. Williams can zoom in with him. And then good morning, Mr. Thomas.
Same to you. How are you?
Okay. All right. Mr. Thomas, you're going to get an invitation to go to a breakout room. Thank you. With Mr. Williams, and we'll go from there, okay? And I'm still waiting to hear from Mr. Morgan as to Marcus Reed. Okay. Did you all get an invitation?
I think you did.
All right, very good. Let me just call Mr. Morgan and find out. He said he was sending me something. I haven't received it. Didn't come through.
So I'm about to scan in the email.
All right, wonderful. All right. So Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, we are ready on Mr. Marcus Reed. We need you all to take him in the breakout room to go over the order for mental health court. And so Mr. Reed is going to be getting a Wayne County tether with a 45-day committal attached to it. Because if he walks away from treatment, he'll have to go back to the jail for 45 days before I see him again. And so the plan is for him to go to Team Jefferson for residential and to get him the help that he needs. And so who will be going to in the breakout room with Mr. Reed this morning?
I can certainly do that, Judge.
All right. Good morning, Marcus Reed.
Say good morning. Good morning.
All right. Thank you. And good morning at the Wayne County Jail.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. We're going to get him in a breakout room. They're going to go over my order with him. And we're going to send over Ms. Mack. Is that Sergeant Coho that's with us this morning?
No, Sergeant Cole, I had to step away. This is Deputy Heron taking over.
Okay, Deputy Heron. 1 second, nephew. Deputy Heron. For the Wayne County tether, we have to do the 45-day, we're doing a 45-day committal. And so Ms. Mack will get that paperwork to you, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, very good. So he's going to get an invitation to a breakout room with Mr. Fikens. Thank you all.
Yes, Judge, I have the invitation. Thank you.
The gas tank. I don't supplement folks' income and they buy. I don't do that. I don't supplement income when you buying weed. I don't do that. All right, Ms. Taylor,
Yes.
are you ready?
Yes, we're good to go with Mr. Thomas. Though I was just about to text you though, because you didn't verify if you wanted him to have another tether.
Yes, he's going to have I'm thinking of Marcus Reed. What did we say about Mr. Thomas?
I don't have that in my notes for him. I know he did have one last time, but we didn't specify that in staffing if he would need another.
What's your recommendation?
I mean, after talking to him today, I feel pretty confident and comfortable that he'll be good at Lake Ridge. He may not need one. He is willing to participate and comply with Lake Ridge. He wants to go there. So I think he'll start on a good foot this time.
Mr. Thomas, do you think you need a tether?
Oh, no, ma'am, not at all.
Okay, Mr. Thomas, you understand that if you go to Lake Ridge and you're not compliant with them or you walk away, we're going to pick you up and you're going to go back to the jail for 30 days. You understand that?
Yes.
And we're going to just keep doing that until you stay where I've placed you so we can get you back on track and ultimately get you back to independent living, okay?
Okay.
You're not going to be there always, but there are some services that you need, Mr. Thomas, that we can provide to you to get you stabilized so that when you do go back to independent living, you can stay there. Okay?
I hear you.
All right. So I have your commitment.
I hear you. Yes, yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good. And you spoke with Mr. Williams?
Okay.
And you spoke with him? You did?
We all communicate.
No, I'm saying, did you speak with him this morning?
Williams, yeah, I spoke with Mr. Williams.
Okay, very good. Mr. Williams wants to help you, but you've got to work at it, okay?
Okay.
All right, so for Delian Thomas, I have case number 200-458-0601 and case number Z789-707. Mr. Thomas, state your full name for me.
Delian Tyrell Thomas.
All right, thank you. Miss Taylor, go ahead and place your name on the record as well.
Jasmine Taylor, Specialty Court Case Manager.
All right, Miss Taylor. So Mr. Thomas is going to be released to Lake Ridge. Will they get him from the jail?
Yes.
All right, so his order will say he's to be released to Lake Ridge only. I'm also ordering that he is to remain at Lake Ridge. He must take his medication. Must take it. Miss Taylor, are they sending him with his medication? How are we doing that?
The script.
And can Mr. Williams, is he confident that he can get it filled today?
I'll circle back on that. And then I'll, like I said, usually they'll give it to the defendant, but I can send Mr. Williams a copy to make sure he has it so that he can get his medications.
All right, because he must take his medication. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, his failure to take his medication, I'm gonna have him picked up and brought back to the jail to get him back on his medication. Mr. Thomas, I don't want to do that, but I need to count on you to take your medication, okay?
I hear you.
All right, so you have to take your medication. You must reside at Lake Ridge. You can only be released to Lake Ridge, and you're going to follow the programming at Lake Ridge. You're going to follow the rules at Lake Ridge. You're going to keep your hands to yourself. You're not going to tamper with other clients that are there. You will not intimidate or harass the security team there. None of those things are you going to have to come back to the jail, okay?
I hear you, ma'am.
All right, very good. Ms. Taylor, when do we want to bring Mr. Thomas back?
I would like to add him on the docket for next Wednesday, September 21st, 2022 at 8:35 a.m. so that we can have an update and see how he's transitioned into Lake Ridge.
Right, very good. Did you hear that, Mr. Thomas?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to check in with you on next week, Wednesday at Lake Ridge, okay?
I hear you.
All right, very good. Do you have any questions for me, Mr. Thomas?
No, not at all, ma'am.
All right. I'm glad that you're willing to work at it, okay?
I hear you.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you at the Wayne County Jail. You'll get my order.
No problem, Judge. Thank
All
you.
right.
Have a blessed day.
You do the same. Thank you. Be safe. All right. Are we ready on Marcus Reed?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Do I have pleas already for Mr. Reed? Mr. Morgan, Ms. Mack, the attorney, somebody tell me.
Yeah, I do not know, Judge.
I can't remember if we did, please. I need to get over that hurdle first. I think we did, but I just want to make sure.
Trying to look that up now, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Deputy, thank you for your patience this morning. We're about to do Mr. Reed's case. I just have them looking up some information for me, okay?
No problem, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, so I looked up his cases, the U tickets. There were pleas taken on those, but not the ticket that is begins 194711221. No plea was taken on that case.
What about on case number 207099991?
I don't have that one.
It's on my docket.
I'm sorry, I overlooked that one. Hold on, sorry, Judge.
That's okay.
This one doesn't look like a plea was taken on this one either, no.
All right. And so I'm going to do his acceptance into the program this morning on the 2 matters where he's pled guilty. And then Mr. Morgan, if we could note for a specialty court, because he'll be on Wednesdays, that we need to take care of 2 outstanding matters. And as a matter of fact, Ms. Mack, for the 2 matters that don't have pleas, let's set them for pretrial. That way we know, and we'll set them for pretrial on the date of his next court date. That way we'll know, we won't forget, because sometimes on Wednesdays it's so hectic. We won't forget that we still need pleas on those 2 matters, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. All right, Mr. Fikens, Mr. Morgan, are we ready to proceed as to Mr. Reed?
Yes, we are, Judge.
I have the following: 207099991. Case number U 563-63420. Case number U 557-75620. And case number 194-711-221. Mr. Reed, please state your full name.
Hey, Judge. Good morning. Marcus Reed.
Good morning, Mr. Reed. You in a better mood today?
Yeah, I got 2 questions though.
What's your 2 questions?
Before I ask, ain't sound like rush you. Now I go to Team Jefferson today, right?
I don't know if you'll go today. You've got to get a tether, but as soon as they get that tether,
Okay, cool.
you're gonna go to Keith Jefferson.
And when I go, can I get my ID and social?
You have it there at the jail?
No, I said, can I get permission? Can I get a permission slip to get my ID and social?
Oh, they will work with you at team to get your social
Okay.
security card and your ID, because we want you to have both, okay?
Okay, and I got permission to go to the store, right?
I can't give you permission to go to the store.
Oh,
You're
they
gonna have to-
do.
Hold on.
They do.
Mr. Reed, you're gonna have to follow their directives, okay? But you probably won't be going to the store right when you get there, okay?
Okay, cool.
All right, very good. Those were all good questions. I'm gonna hear from Mr. Morgan now so we can do your intake, okay?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Morgan, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Good to see you, Mr. Reed. Marcus Reed, good to see you, sir.
Yeah.
All right, we
You said-
good to see you again.
Oh, what's up, man? How you doing?
Good. We had a great conversation last week. So, Mr. Reed, I hope you keep your word. And your word was you're going to, comply with our program, try to get some assistance, and just try to, take advantage of the help that we're trying to give you in a positive way. So don't forget, we had a really good conversation, and we're gonna I hope you keep your word, okay?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and proceed. Judge, this morning we have Mr. Marcus Reed, African-American male. He's here for admissions to our mental health court. He is, correct me if I'm wrong, you're 27 years old, right, Mr. Reed?
I'll be 27 this year, September the 30th.
Right, September 30th, Mr. Reed will be 27 years old. He has some employment, judge, some landscaping that he does, but it's not a full-time job, more seasonal. He has no children. He's a pretty smart young man, Judge. Honestly, we had some good conversations. He was able to call and speak about the information that I was asking him. He could come up with dates. So he's pretty smart, pretty intelligent. He did say that he had some illegal substances in the past, but I don't know if he was quite truthful on the frequency, but he did admit that he has used some illegal drugs in the past. He's eligible for our mental health court. He does not have anything on his criminal background that precludes him from coming into our program. He states that he does have some family support, which is his auntie. He did provide me with an address. I will go by and do a home check, just so I can try to connect the dots with his family and him, because he said he's very close with his auntie. So I want to include her in our treatment plan for Mr. Reed, because he does have a special relationship with her. He gave me the address. I looked it up on Google Maps. It's a really nice looking house, according to Google Maps. So I'm gonna try to find some time to go out and speak to her and let her know that Mr. Reed is doing good. He's in a treatment facility, and just so she can know his whereabouts. Other than that, Judge, I just think that Mr. Reed is a very good candidate for our mental health court. He states that he does not suffer from many mental health issues, or we want to just make sure that he get the appropriate assessment, make sure we have this appropriate level of care. Anything else on Mr. Reed? Judge, he does want our help. So I'm gonna recommend that Mr. Reed be accepted into our mental health court today. Also to be placed on a tether, and he'll be going to Team Jefferson, which is a male facility on East Jefferson in the city of Detroit, where he'll reside there. He must follow all their rules and regulations of Team Jefferson. So that's my recommendation, that he be accepted into our mental health court.
Very good. Mr. Vikens, you went to breakout room with Mr. Reed.
Yes, we did, Judge. And Mr. Reed was certainly enthusiastic about this, or he was enthusiastic. His demeanor was happy. He does seem he wants to do this program. He was concerned, as he pointed out to this court, about getting the proper ID. And this court pointed out to him that they'll do that for him. And that's what I told him as well, that that's something they do. Let the process take effect and let it work out, because it will eventually work out. So those are the things that he was initially concerned about. We talked about this court's order, though, that it's a 14-month order, according to what was sent to me, that the judge does have the ability to modify or amend that order, including lengthening the order, and up to 24 months and thereabouts. I asked him if he wanted to do the program. He was moved forward. Yes, he wants to do the program. So I'm certainly happy to recommend him for acceptance into the program, Judge.
Very good. So, Mr. Reed, we're glad that you're finally getting into the program. I hope that I have your commitment. Well, I'm going to ask you, do I have your commitment to work the program? I'm sorry.
See Jefferson, right? Yeah.
Are you going to work the program with us?
Yes.
All right, very good. Then I'm going to accept you into the program. I'm going to do Miss Mack for the tether. It is only going to be with respect to case number U563-63420. And it'll be a 45-day committal. He's going to get a Wayne County tether. All of the rest of the cases, that the tether will not be attached to those cases, just the one. And then he is to be released. Will team come and get him, Mr. Morgan?
Oh, they take me to Dickerson, and then I get picked up from Dickerson. That's how it works. I've been there before.
All right, Mr. Morgan.
Judge, I'll connect those dots. I'll call over to Team Jefferson and come up from the Wayne County Jail.
All right, very good. So he's to be released to Team Jefferson only. And I believe, and he's going to get a Wayne County, he's getting a Wayne County tether. And it's only associated with the one ticket. And hopefully he can get that tether really quickly. And so we can get him into treatment and get him well on the way.
Today, right? Today, right?
I can't guarantee today, sir. You have to get that tether, okay?
Yeah, I'm saying I get my tether today, right? They go to tether every day.
I don't know that you'll get yours today, but I'm sure the deputies can make sure they can do everything that's possible to help you get that tether.
So,
Okay?
Okay, if I'm getting 45 days on tether, then how exactly is that working? By the time I'm gonna get
Mr. Reed, don't worry about the logistics. As soon as
okay, I'm not understanding.
well,
Can I get on tether today?
And that's probably why you don't understand.
No, I said, can I get on tether today? I've been waiting. They got a bed opening. I've been waiting. Can I get on tether today?
Mr. Reed, we put the order in for your tether. We have no control on if they're going to put it on you today, but they do have the order. So what the judge is saying, you have to be patient, and hopefully they'll get that on you today. Don't worry about that. You're going to get on tether. You're going to get there.
Today?
No, they can't.
You didn't.
Oh, well, you know what? I'm gonna leave Mr. Reed in jail for a little while because his attitude is not great, and I'm not sending him over to Team Jefferson.
No, I'm good, bro. That's bullshit, bro. My family on screen, bro. Man, come on, bro.
Stand by, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Mack, hold off. I'll bring him back next week, and we'll try to get him into treatment again next week. I can't send him over there with that outburst. I can't do it. So I'm going to do a return to court. What's next week's date? September 21st, 2022. And I need to do it at 10:00 a.m. And we'll try to get him into treatment then. Mr. Morgan, I can't send him over to team with that kind of outburst.
Correct.
Bro, what are you saying? You talking on the screen, not even saying nothing about me, bro. So what are you talking about? You talking about I'll go at 10:00 when, bro?
Who are you calling bro? I don't know who bro is.
I'm not catching no attitude at you, but I'm making a statement. I'm just talking
I'm trying to ask you, who is bro? I want to make sure that bro answers you, sir. Who are you speaking to?
I'm not talking to you, Judge Holmes.
Oh, okay, that's who I am. I'm Judge Holmes. Thank you so much.
Everybody get the body off and I got family communication, bro, and all this, bro. That's some bullshit, bro.
All right.
I'm good on y'all.
All right. We'll see you next week. You're gonna stay there now another week. We'll see you next week, September 21st at 10:00 a.m. Thank you at the jail. All right, bye-bye.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, can't go. have no control over the Wayne County tether process, Mr. Fikens, unfortunately.
No, Your Honor.
I just don't. I don't
That
have
is-
control over it.
That is understood. And I'm sorry that my client lashed out about that because there was no call for that.
Yeah. Yeah. All righty. We'll try it again next week. Well, at least Miss Taylor, he's Mr. Fike and Mr. Morgan. He's in the program. And so we'll try again next week.
Okay.
Put the two that don't have the pleas on them for pre-trial for next week, and then the other two with the pleas, we'll put them on for review for next week. And let's try again to get them into a facility. But in fairness to them, I can't send him over there. And he's already explosive because he can't get his way on one thing that I don't have control over. So.
Yes, Judge. And I'll attempt to get an offer. I've copied down those numbers. I've looked them up. I'll try to get an offer on those two outstanding matters.
All right, wonderful. I do see that Mr. Ayler has joined us at 10:50. Sir, you were scheduled for 9:45. Any reason why you're showing up at 10:50?
Oh, you said 10:45.
No, 9:45.
That's why I remember. I mean, because you told me and somebody else 10:45 last week.
No, I have no 10:45 scheduled for today, sir. None. All right. Do you have your own attorney, Mr. Ayler?
I have Scott know that. He said he was supposed to be contacting you.
Well, no, he's not contacting me. I don't have ex parte conversations with attorneys. And so you need to tell your attorney, I'm ready to call your case because I've already put you in KP status. But if your attorney comes on, we can go ahead and pre-try your case, okay?
Okay, so what do you want me to just call him now?
Yes, sir. Tell him to come on and get on. We're ready for him, okay?
Okay, well, I gotta call him.
All right. Thank you, sir.
And just when I call him, just come back in.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, Ms. Mack, are we ready to call the 10:30 matters? Are you ready on 10:30?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. All right, very
Okay,
good.
yes.
I'm calling for Rose Allen, SP 1240454, count 1. Did she pay it?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. We will close count 1 and then count 2 will be dismissed without prejudice. Very good. For Adnan Al-Saidi, I have both of these are scheduled for review. SP 135-8310, counts 2 and 3. Did he pay count 1?
Yes.
And count 2 and 3 are scheduled for dismissal?
Yes.
All right, I am dismissing without prejudice counts 2 and 3. Oh, wonderful. All right, we are going to Kenneth Andrew. I have SP 127-23602. Did he pay that one?
Yes.
We're going to close that one. And then I am dismissing for Kenneth Andrews, Drew, case number SP 127-23601. I'll dismiss it without prejudice. For Deja Andrews, I have SP 129-18851. Did she pay it?
No, ma'am.
What's the balance?
275.
All right, did she also pay case number SP 129-23871?
No, ma'am.
What's the balance?
135.
All right, oh, that's going to be, so I
That's a
am,
civil infraction.
got it. And so for case number SP 129-18851 for Deja Andrews, she failed to pay. I am going to capious the matter. The bond will be set at $275 cash or surety, which is what she owes. As to case number SP 129-23871, I am going to reinstate the original charge, and then that matter will be default judgment. And then for case numbers SP 129-1885, counts 2 and 3, I believe both of those, are those civil infractions?
Checking right now. Count 2 is, and count Reed is as well.
All right, and then also SP 129-23872 is a civil infraction. All of those three default judgments will be entered. All right, and that's all I have for the 10:30. All right, Mr. Ayler, were you able to contact your attorney?
Yes, I was. He said he was gonna call. He said he had called your clerk and gave him his name and my number and my name.
Okay, but sir, your hearing started at 9:45. You're scheduled, so he still has to come back and proceed.
And then I just called him now. He said he was calling y'all now.
Okay,
He's calling in now.
He needs to come on to court, onto Zoom. All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, I'm gonna place you on mute. Yes, Mr. Ayler, thank you. You have your client, a client that's in the courtroom, is that correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, and so Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, have you updated them on what's going on with your client?
No, not this morning.
All right, why don't you get your client set up for a breakout room? I will tell you, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, I ordered the client to come in on Friday. Now, she knew she had a positive screen. Mr. Yancey told her, I said, come in, because I didn't want to leave her out there on the weekend. And I want sanctions are to be handed out expeditiously, immediately. She did not come into this courtroom. She said she had to work and all of these other things. But see, when you out violating, you kind of put your job on the back burner. And you can't expect me to hold your job first when you don't consider your job first. And so she came in when she wanted to. I'm not inclined to see her today. I'm inclined to send her to the Wayne County Jail and have her on my docket for tomorrow. Since she took a day and a weekend, I really want to do 3 days. So she didn't come Friday. I couldn't see her Saturday and Sunday, but that wouldn't be nice because I wasn't open for business on Saturday and Sunday. So since she took a day to come see me, I feel I should take a day before I see her. And then that way I'll see her on time because she'll be at the jail. So you all go talk to Mr. Yancey. Mr. Yancey, I don't know if your client needs to go in a breakout room with the attorneys, but then you all let me know when you're ready to proceed, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Yes, Judge. Can I go in the breakout room with Mr. Yancey?
Yes, Ms. Wilson, if you could facilitate that. And then Ms. Mack, am I missing anything on the docket that I need to recall other than Mr. Ayler?
No, I think everything's been accounted for.
All right, thank you. I will leave my volume on. I can hear when you all are ready.
Thank you, Judge.
If you have logged into my courtroom and you don't have your camera on, we have no way of knowing who you are. We're ready to proceed on Mr. Ayler.
All right, I'm here.
As counsel?
Yes, I'm sorry. I was contacted over the weekend. I'm actually heading to court in Escanaba. I'm on Highway 2, and I haven't put my suit on yet for that hearing.
Okay.
I explained this to the clerk this morning, and I did file my appearance online before I left the hotel I stayed in last night, this morning for this case.
Okay, counsel, do you need to adjourn your client's pretrial? Because I don't want to do it while you're driving. I don't think that's good.
Yes, I agree with you. And I don't have any information on the case. I still need to talk to the prosecutor. I just came in this morning.
All right, very good. I will adjourn Mr. Mario Ayler's cases, SP 135-35291, SP 135-35071, SP 135-32231. I will adjourn them, counsel. Are you available to do it on Friday?
Let me double check my calendar. Yes, that looks good.
All right. Friday's date is going to be the 16th. So I'm adjourning him to September 16th, 2022. And I'll put it on again for I'll do 10 o'clock on Friday, 10 o'clock a.m. Okay, counsel. And then if you could get with my clerk to get the prosecutor's number, because there are offers already on the cases, and you can talk with the with the prosecutor, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ayler. I'll see you on Friday at 10 o'clock a.m.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Safe, counsel.
Thank you. Bye now.
Bye-bye. Okay. Okay. You see, I turned mine off. It's been a morning. Like, as counsel?
Mr. Fikes, you need a breakout room?
Sir, I was away from the desk. Is Miss Milton?
Mr. Fikens, I believe, or Mr. Reed and Mr. Yancey were supposed to go into a breakout room with Mr. Milton. I mean, with Miss Milton.
Right, that's right. Okay, I'll wait till they come back. I got it.
Yes.
Ms. Milton, I need you to accept the invite for the breakout.
She said it's a possibility. She said there's a
see you, Mr. Yancey. I see you, Mr. Fikens.
Yes, Mr. Reed, we see you too.
Okay,
Miss Mack, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
I think we're ready on Miss Milton whenever the judge is.
Okay, okay.
Mr. Fikens, did that traffic matter resolve itself, Mr. Ayers?
I don't know. I did not come back on the screen, so it must have.
Yes, then his case is adjourned till the 16th at 10 a.m.
Thank you, Ms. Mack.
You're welcome. We're bringing in Ms. Milton into the courtroom. Just give us a moment, please.
All right, very good. And I'll need you to place her case number or numbers on the record for me. I don't have them.
I don't have them either, Judge, but I'll see if I can look them up and see if I can find some. You have them, Mr. Yancey?
I believe so. I believe it's Z 808-1261.
Okay, are we ready to proceed?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Mr. Yancey has placed the case number on the record. Ms. Milton, please stand in the camera, they moved it, very good. Speak very loudly into that microphone and state your name.
Good morning, Judge Holmes. My name is Toye Anise Eton Milton.
Thank you. All right, good morning to you, Ms. Milton.
Good morning, Judge Holmes.
All right, Ms. Milton, you know I ordered you to come to court last week, Friday, didn't I?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you did. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't show up.
I did not show up. That's correct. I did try to call in to cover my tracks. I called in early and I spoke with your court clerk. I called as early as when 36th District opened at 8 a.m. What was going on is my son ended up having the flu. Over the holiday weekend, when the temperature kind of dropped from the 70s to from the 80s to the very low 70s, my son ended up getting very sick. And he had to be out of daycare for the rest of the week. So I had to work from home the rest of the week to take care of him because he wasn't allowed to the daycare facility. So on that Friday, when you scheduled me to come in, unfortunately, I didn't have any childcare because his dad was working, my mother was working, and I couldn't take him to the facility because he was still sick. So that is the only reason why I did not show up to court. I have never not showed up to court for any of my, yes, ma'am.
Ms. Milton, at the end of the day, and I hope your baby is doing well. At the end of the day, you had a positive screen. So the same way you found a way to do whatever you did to get a positive screen, it's the same way you have to find a way to get in here. That's the bottom line. No excuse. That's the bottom. Now, this is the first time I'm hearing anything about your child. I heard about your work schedule, about your job, about your transportation, nothing about your child. And even so, I would have still said to my clerk and to Mr. Yancey, as I did on Friday, when both of them told me that you had called and said you couldn't make it because your transportation, your job, or whatever, I said, I don't care how she gets here. She needs to report on Friday. Ms. Lurse told you that, and I'm certain Mr. Yancey told you. The judge is saying you got to get here on Friday.
Yes, Judge, that is correct, but I tried to be able to tell Mr. Yancey that my son was sick. That was the first thing I told him. There was never anything to do about transportation or my job because I worked from home the remainder of the week because my son was sick. So I don't know if that was a miscommunication between Mr. Yancey and the clerk, but it was nothing to do with me not able to get to court. I took the bus this morning to get to court, so I am fully compliant with my court dates, the times, and everything.
All right, who wants to?
Well, I don't believe said she didn't have transportation. I don't believe I gave a reason at all, but I don't believe I said it was transportation.
No, this was Ms. Lurst.
Okay.
She did in fact, but Mr. Yancey, didn't you tell me that it had something to do with her job? That she was working and she couldn't get in? Oh, I can't hear you. You muted yourself.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I believe she did say something about her child was sick. And
no, you told me about her job. I didn't hear anything about her child.
Okay. I believe it was both, to my understanding. It was her job and her child. If I didn't mention her child, that was an oversight on my part, because I believe she did mention her child to me. So I apologize for that misunderstanding or that omission on my part.
Okay.
Judge, if I may, I did have some conversations with Ms. Milton in the breakout room, and she indicated that she was apologetic. The first thing that I told her she had to do was come out and apologize to the court and indicate that there was no intention to show any disrespect to the court. When the court gives you an order, you're intended to obey that order. She did explain to me that her child was ill, that she took her child to the doctor, and that was the reason why she didn't show up. There are no excuses, but that was the reason why. And she apologizes to the court, Judge. I didn't hear her say that, but I'm sure she intended to say that, and that there was no intent for disrespect in not appearing as the court ordered her to on Friday.
That's 100% correct, Judge. I immensely apologize for my presence, not being present on Friday. I was not trying to disrespect the court, yourself, or any of your other colleagues regarding my presence not being here on Friday.
Ms. Milton, why do you have a positive screen?
I had a positive screen because over the holiday weekend, it was my brother's birthday. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this was my same brother that passed in March. And this was the birthday since he's passed. And I found myself in a weak moment. And by me being in that weak moment, it kind of caused me to go into a level of depression. And I did consume. And that is the reason why, Your Honor, there is no excuse. I understand this program. I understand the way everything is going and how the requirements of me are. And I had a level of weakness. And at the time, my weakness, I relapsed, and I can be honest with you and tell you that that's what's happened. That is what happened, and that's the only thing that I can say, Your Honor. I'm really just dealing with a hard level of grief with my brother. That was my only sibling. My mother's health is not the best. I have a lot on my plate. I have a 2-year-old. I have 2 jobs. One job I work for a nonprofit organization. The other job I work at Little Caesars Arena, and I'm trying to make ends meet. And I found myself at a level of weakness, Your Honor. And I am just asking, and I'm begging you to please not take me to jail, please.
Ms. Milton,
yes,
we have been here before. You know that there are resources available. We have made counselors and therapists available to you. We have made case manager available to you. You have resources that there are meetings available to you. You have a number of resources that you can utilize as opposed to picking up the bottle.
That is correct.
And then I need you to see why I'm where I am. Because not only did you pick up in spite of all of the resources that you have, but then when the court says, okay, last time Ms. Milton had a positive, She had some things going on in her family. Let me bring her in. And then we can, if we need to identify some additional resources, we can do that. Then you don't even come in. So I can do the part that is the better part to do, as opposed to send you to jail where I know you won't get alcohol for the day. I tried to do something to assist you so we could catch it, so you didn't go into the weekend or what have you, and we could align you with additional resources to help you. And you didn't, you took away my ability to do that. You just didn't.
And I apologize for that. It was only because my son was sick. It wasn't because I disregarded my birthday, Judge. It was not. And I know you didn't understand or get the notification about that until now.
Even if I would have gotten a notification that your son was sick, I would have still said, you must come in. I need you to understand, your son being sick would not have excused you because you were drinking. Your son being sick would not have excused you. So I'm in no way indicating that if I had known your son was sick, I would have said, oh, Ms. Milton, you don't have to come in. That is not true.
Okay.
So
Judge, I am just asking you, please, to give me one chance, another chance, Your Honor. I would do everything in my capability to never put myself in this position to even have to be physically in your courtroom again. I am begging you.
Ms. Milton, that's what we're here for. I don't have a problem with you being in my courtroom. What I do have a problem with is when people, the things that people can do to help themselves, they don't do it. I don't send people to jail for drinking anymore, unless, you know, it's just something egregious. I'm not doing that. But what I do send people to jail for is when I have ordered you to do something that you have the ability to do, like you don't go test, you don't go to your counseling, you don't show up when I tell you to come to court. That's the kind of stuff, because those are things that you can do right off the rip. Those are the things that you can do. So listen, Mr. Yancey, I don't know what your recommendation is. Mr. Reed, I don't know, but I'll listen to them at this time. You may proceed.
Yes, Judge, thank you. And thank you for the opportunity to talk to Ms. Milton. We had a lengthy conversation about this program and the court's orders. I appreciate Ms. Milton being honest, admitting that she did consume alcohol. I don't understand her use of it, especially when we have all the tools available. I was sympathetic, and I expressed my sympathy about her loss, suggested grief counseling. I understand when your child gets sick, you need to take care of your child. I understand working 2 jobs. She has a lot on her plate, but she can't violate the court's order and consume alcohol or anything else to relieve whatever burden she's carrying. We talked about that, Judge, and I think she understands that. I'm not recommending jail time for Miss Milton. I am recommending an alcohol tether. I'm recommending that she increase her counseling, and I'm recommending that she stay with the court today until 4 o'clock or whatever, so that she'll understand the seriousness of her violations. I explained to Ms. Milton, we don't want to hurt her. We want to help her. She has to be honest and ask for help. Us know what we need to do to help her. That's my recommendation, Judge. I'm not recommending any jail time. I'm recommending that she sit in the courtroom all day and that she be placed on an alcohol tether. Thank you.
Okay. Mr. Yancey?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Reed.
I did talk to Mr. Reed about the alcohol tether. I did talk to Ms. Milton about just the network of people we tried to connect her with, from a therapist, in addition, a recovery coach, in addition, trying to get a sponsor from the meetings, to a grief counselor. And I believe if she had all four of those, that she would have been able to contact one of those four people. And that's the whole point of having a multitude of people, so that when you get weak, you can get somebody on the phone. You can reach out to somebody. I did reiterate the seriousness of our program to Ms. Milton. And at this time, I would recommend an alcohol tether. You know, if that's not something that would help her in her journey, then then after that I would be recommending reassessment, and hopefully some inpatient would help her.
All right, thank you, Mr. Yancey. Who are you getting your treatment with, Ms. Milton? Because you're not on my docket today. Who are you getting your treatment with?
Ms. Camille Perry, All Wellbeing Services.
Okay. This is what I am going to do. Give me 1 second. Give me just 1 second, you all. So this is what I will say. She is going to stay with me today. And officer, if that means she has to go to lockup, that means she has to go to lockup. She'll be with me. I'll just keep her until 3 o'clock. That way we know there's no issue with her being able to get out of the building, out of holding. So 3 o'clock. Mr. Fikens, I'm sorry, Mr. Yancey. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to overspeak. Go ahead. I was actually gonna contact my employer because I told him I just had a court appearance, so they thought that I was probably gonna be working, but today is my work from home day. So I just need to let somebody know that I won't be physically in front of my laptop to complete my job today.
Okay. Mr. Yancey, I need you to contact Mr. Joel. I'm going to do the alcohol monitor. I think you recommended the sober link. She's got to get that on today. I'll do that. I won't send her to jail today. And I don't know how I can help her with not interfering with her job, because she's got to get her alcohol sober link on today. And Mr. Joel probably can't bring it right away. So she'll need to be there to get that alcohol monitor. She's put herself in this position. And so I don't know if I'll be able to help you with that. I'm certain my officer will arrange for you to be able to at least contact your job to let them know that you're not in front of your computer. Also at All Wellbeing, Mr. Yancey and Ms. Milton, I need you to contact your counselor. Let her know about this particular event so that they can make an assessment to determine whether or not you need some additional services. Okay, so I need you to do that. And then I need you to let Mr. Yancey know what they said. And Mr. Yancey, you can follow up or what have you. But let's let the therapist determine whether or not there's some additional services that need to take place.
Yes,
and
Your Honor.
then what would be Miss Milton's next court date? Does she?
It was going to be this Thursday.
Okay.
Do you want me to push it out?
You can push it out a week.
September 22nd, Your Honor, 8:35.
All right, very good. That works. Ms. Milton, you put yourself in this position. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was just repeating the court date saying that it is September 22nd at 8:35 a.m.
Yes, by way of Zoom, unless you get a call stating otherwise. So Ms. Milton, I will tell you, if you tamper with that sober link, if you miss a test, we're gonna have some real problems, because those are the things you can do. You can blow, and you can make sure you don't tamper with it. Those are the things you can do. So if you need help beyond the help that you're getting, Ms. Milton, if you need additional help, you need to ask for it. Ask for it, okay? Ask for it.
Yes, Your Honor, I will.
All right.
And thank you for not giving me any jail time.
I'm not giving you jail time
Thank you.
today. I'm not,
Thank
but
you.
Ms. Milton, I can't promise you that that's not gonna happen next time. Next time,
Understood, yes, ma'am.
you need to do what the court has ordered you to do. I'm doing it to help you. See, we could have had a whole weekend of Friday all the way up to today, and you would have been so much further along. You set yourself back. So now it's a setback. Let's go forward and do what we need to do. I understand losing people that you love and having to deal with that grief. I understand it. However, I also understand that there are resources available. You do not have to self-destruct in your grief. And that's why I wanted you to come in Friday so that I could align you with those resources. You didn't give me that opportunity. Okay, so going forward, come on, let's work it. All right?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll see
I'm
you.
not proud of myself. I'm not proud of this position that I'm in. I guarantee you that this is something I will move past. This is something I will overcome.
I have no doubts that you will learn how to deal with grief in a healthy way. There are healthy ways to deal with grief. And sometimes it takes us a moment to get there. So I'm not going to act like you can just push a button and now I know how to deal with grief in a healthy way. That's not true. But you have to at least put forth the effort. And that's what I was trying to do on Friday, was to at least connect you. So now I'm putting the ball in your court. I need you to contact your counselor, your therapist, and let her know about what happened, why you believe it happened, so that they can make sure you're getting the appropriate level of care, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. I will see you. You're very welcome. Come on, get back up and get back in there. Work your program.
Yes, ma'am, I will. I will. I'll get past this.
You will.
I'll get past this.
You will.
Am I able to ask a question or?
Yes, of course you are.
How long will the tether deal with me?
The sober link, I don't know. Depends on what you do when you're on it.
Okay, I'm just asking so I can prepare
I'll
myself,
review it.
put in my clothing, because that's embarrassing in itself, so I just want to make sure that,
No,
you
you're
know, I
doing the
have the
sober
proper
link.
clothing.
You're gonna do the sober link. That's the one that you carry in your pocketbook.
Well, now, I do work 2 jobs. When I work at the stadium, it's extremely loud. How is that gonna work? What if I don't hear it beep and I got, you know, I don't.
Mr. Yancey, I don't think there's anything she has to hear beep. And so talk to Mr. Joel about that,
Okay.
raise her concern. If she wants to do a tether, then I don't have a problem with the tether. I'll review it in 2 weeks. But I'm recommending, the recommendation from Mr. Reed was the sober link. And so the device you blow into.
Okay, thank you. I just didn't know the mechanicals behind it. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And I'll even review the sober link in 2 weeks, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Anything else? If not,
No, not at this time.
all right. If not, have a seat. Wait for Mr. Yancey. Mr. Yancey, once Mr. Joel brings that sober link, then she is free to leave. I'll go ahead and release her.
I appreciate
Yes.
that. Thank you.
All right. Very good. Very good. You can have a seat in the box. All right. Anything else for my consideration, team?
No, Judge.
All right. You all have done a great job this morning. I will see you all tomorrow. I should see you all tomorrow. Okay?
Yes, Judge. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you, Ms. Wilson. Thank you, Ms. Mack and Officer.